And we're alive! Hello, lovely people! We are Some Other Heroes. It is Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day. My name is Chris. I use he, him. I have the absolute wonderful honour of being the DM for this stream. Dungeons & Dragons based homebrew stream about skyships and mystical floating islands and deep magical mysteries. With me is a slightly expanded cast at the moment. We are joined, as always, by our three core members and an absolutely amazing guest. Please, would you introduce yourself, Alisha, and tell us a little tiny bit about you?
Hi, I'm Alisha, and my pronouns are she, they, and you might know me from the top hit podcast, Dice and a Slice. I heard a woo downstairs from Josh. I did too. Just heard this tiny woo.
Is that a hype man?
It is the only D&D podcast powered by baked goods. We eat baked goods and we play D&D. Along with Josh is the DM, our friend Jazz, and also Tom, who you might know from Wicked Game, because in Norfolk we all get in each other's stuff.
We do. It's
Bunch
great.
of babes.
We can't help.
It's normal.
And I'm very excited to
Normal
be
for
here.
Norfolk. Brilliant. Thank you. Wayne, would you like to go next?
Sure. Hi, I am Wayne. My pronouns are he, him. I am an art director and brand coach, and I will be playing the polite and ever so shy and retiring Dragonborn Rock in today's episode.
Is it a flirting situation again? Because that's when Rock normally goes shy and retiring.
Don't be ridiculous. He's perfectly confident.
Theo, would you like to go next?
Hello, I'm Theo. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the awkward wizard, half-elf Eugene, who uses he, him pronouns.
Excellent.
Wait, are you Theo Blue? The famous
No.
Theo Blue?
Of my
Never
notebook
heard
fame.
of them.
What? Did you do these? Oh my god!
They're so beautiful. Where
I
can we
love
find
them.
those things?
Stop
They're so
it.
lovely.
We'll do the promos at the end of the episode. Thank you.
Too late.
Charlie, would you like to wrap up this wonderfully well-organized introduction?
Yes. I am Charlie. I use she, her pronouns. I am also an illustrator and writer and lecturer and big dork. And I am playing Aisling, who is my adorable, chaotic warlock satyr with a demon in her brain. And she also uses she, her.
Amazing. Before we jump back into the story with an update about what's been going on, we have a few small bits of admin. Wayne, would you like to go first, please?
Sure. Just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who has watched Aisling's solo episode on YouTube. It's really exciting to see how many people have enjoyed it there, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you haven't seen it, you really should, even if you watch today's episode. It's really fun, and there are a lot of aha moments, and to be honest, it probably does more to move the story forward than the last 9 episodes of us fooling about together. Just putting it out there.
Aisling's efficient when she's by herself.
I know, it's remarkable. So thank you very much for that. That's really exciting for us. And so that's the first thing. And the second thing is thank you very much to everybody who joined us for Space at the Table. Last week we discussed world building and story building. If you would like to have a look at that and you haven't yet, it is available on our YouTube. And we also have a free download, which you can get from our link in bio on Instagram and stuff, where we've just basically done a summary of what we discussed on that in case it's helpful for you to download and keep when you are creating fantastic worlds for us all. So thank you very much for that. And also we have another one coming up. So we are having a plethora of space at the table. Chris and I are going to this week just be talking about some of the new developments in the 1D&D test materials that have been put out. There is a lot to look at. So we're just going to be focusing on a couple of things we think is really exciting and interesting. So if you'd like to join us, that will be on Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. UK time. Thereafter, we shall raid our friends at Wicked Game and hopefully go and watch them create chaos and wonderful things in their world. So thank you very much for that, and hopefully see you on Wednesday for our space at the table.
Thanks for pointing that out, Josh. Apparently, I updated one of the guest logs and not the other one. So apparently, just ignore that one. I'm just going to fix it now.
Hey,
We'll get that
playing...
in post. It's fine. We're not live.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is not live or anything, is it?
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Well, I will do that in a second. It should pop up anyway. But
it's fine.
thank you so much for that, Wayne. That's brilliant. And thank you so much, everybody, for coming along and supporting everything we're doing external of this show. It's really lovely to be able to do all this bits and give something back to you all as well. I have some shout outs to do. As Alisha so beautifully advertised, we have friends in Norfolk, Dice and a Slice.
We have friends?
Wait, we have friends?
We have
What
friends.
the hell?
That doesn't sound right.
Who produce an amazing... It's almost like the producer is here and I'm playing it up a little bit. The editing of which is beautiful. And has a wonderful cast set in a world of pirates and deep gods and strange mysteries and more than a little bit of baked goods. Please do go and give them support if you're not doing so already. They are wonderful, they are amazing people, and we love what they do.
We do. We love them very much, and they're so nice. They would never do anything to harm any of us or our characters.
Right.
No, the Dice and Slice characters would never do anything like that, Wayne. You're completely correct.
Some of the heroes' characters they play may have other plans. We have a second group of people that we love to shout out, and that is, of course, the amazing Wicked Game, who stream every Wednesday from 7 onwards. They are in the middle of their Divisia Census school-based Dungeons & Dragons homebrew setting. It is saucy, it is deep, it has wonderful romance, it has murder mysteries. At the moment, they're trying to track down body parts. It's hilarious fun at the same time, full of wonderful, warm characters, and just what you kind of expect teenage wizards to act like.
Yeah, it's kind of like the wizarding world that we actually deserve.
Yeah.
And created by lovely people.
Yes.
I will say no more.
Say no more, but it is...
No terms.
No Turks, no Tories.
Fantastic. Our third shout out today is to the absolutely spectacular Ursidice. You did it, buddy. You did it. They have been doing a wonderful Kickstarter for a brand new game. You meet in a tavern, you die in a dungeon. They just hit their first target. They can go ahead with the project. They are very, very excited. We're very excited for them. And they are going to announce more information about it as soon as they are able to. And they've got over the first week of heavily having to push it on social media. They will also be joining us, not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, where Wayne and I will be talking to them and possibly a couple of members of their team about how the game came about and what it is like trying to develop a game in the TTRPG space these days. So look forward to that.
Chris, I would like to give one more shout out if it's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things, as you know, is we wanted to use our platform to kind of lift up other people and voices. And following on from my thinly veiled comments before, I would like to give a shout out to Mermaids Charity, who help gender diverse kids, young people, and their families. This week they have been forced to close their helplines helping young people because of the abuse that they have received from prompted by some well-known celebrities who I won't mention because I just would rather not get that aggressive. But if you can, please visit their website. Please, if you can, donate, do so, and please show them support on social media and anywhere else that you can. They really do provide honestly life-saving care to people, and they have been harassed and abused this week by people, and encouraged to do so by well-known celebrities, one particular well-known celebrity. So please, if you can, show them support in any way. Personally, I ask you, even if it's just a nice thing that you could say to them on social media and show them some support, it really would mean the world right now, because they need it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing that, Wayne. It's a charity that's very close to our hearts, and somebody that we really, really do want to lift up as much as we possibly can. So we will fight that negativity by having fun and creating worlds where those sorts of people can feel welcome and included. And that is a really beautiful segue to bring us back to the Scattered Lands. Previously on Some Other Heroes, our three friends have just returned home from a successful mission basically helping out a race of crystalline people make peace with the miners who share their mountain with them. They returned home to find that all was not well. They have new enemies in the form of Embers, a group that's been working against them for some time in secret, but now have gone public. Friends were attacked. Rebecca Ryder, their most prominent friend, the mayor of Klauskern, the city that they operate out of, was attacked. They also have a secondary problem. The Sky Shield, the magical elements that keep the islands of the Scattered Lands in the sky, weakened during a previous conflict with a strange ancient Fey god. Nobody knowing how to repair the Sky Shield should it fail, these three people have accepted the quest to try and find out. They now have a list of names thanks to a friend of theirs, the recently departed ghost, a Crythoric knight who has been friends with them for a while. With that list come more questions, but also an opportunity. The people of Klauskern have put together the money and bought these three a skyship. An ability to travel where they need to go to continue their investigation. After taking some time to themselves to explore personal matters, some of which to do with their own history, some of which to do with the events that started them on this particular path, and some of which a possible future for when this all calms down. You find yourselves returned. It is now the night before Uncle Perb takes you to Fallen Peak. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Here we go. And in Ashling's room, she sits with her book open, reviewing
And a frog on it.
and a frog on it, reviewing notes, thinking about things that have happened recently. Aisling,
Oh, what?
now everyone's asleep. Shall we try and open up your powers?
I keep forgetting other people sleep now. Yeah.
Right. So, focus on the center of your magic. That power you draw through me to the universe at large.
Okay.
Okay. Hold an Eldritch Blast ready to use. That's probably your bread and butter these days.
Are you sure?
Just don't use it. I mean, let it dissipate as you would. I showed you before.
Okay.
Just hold it for now.
Okay.
So you feel that rush of power in the pit of your stomach. You feel that flow of power up and down the arteries of your very body. Concentrate on that. Focus. there is a whipping energy and a rush, and suddenly a storm cloud appears above your head and then vanishes almost as instantaneously as it did. Oh, I suspected as much. Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
What was that?
You are a wild sorcerer.
In so many ways.
As if you knew that wasn't coming.
That means you draw from the natural energies of the world, but you also draw on their unpredictabilities. With this power, I have seen it used in the past. Oh yes, you can bend the very fate to your whim. And sometimes it might even do it the way you want it to.
Sometimes meaning.
Meaning some of the time.
Sometimes it'll do what you want, and sometimes unexpected things may happen around you.
Ooh, that's already the case.
Oh, but just be very careful where you stand when you use certain spells, and just because sometimes wonderful, amazing, exciting, and fun things will happen, and other times you might make yourself turn into a fireball for a second.
Oh! Have I made a terrible error?
Oh no, you are much more powerful than you were before. It's just
Yeah, I stand by my statement.
just remember that all power comes at a cost.
But I don't want to be a fireball. Okay.
It's only
okay,
a
this
little
is
one.
fine. It's fine. This is fine.
You
Fine.
will be amazing. You're
Chicken and Rock are gonna love this.
I couldn't have hoped for something better. I thought maybe she's got psychic powers or something. Nope. Full on wild magician. I love it.
Oh. Okay.
And
alright.
you suddenly feel like natural connection to the weave and the weft of the world that you haven't had before. You gain several cantrips, which I know that you have chosen for me, and a couple of spells that you didn't even know. I think you spend the rest of the night practicing with a few things.
My room is a fucking mess at the end of it. Sorry, Eugene.
Fortunately, the room resets, so it's not so bad.
That's very fortunate because it's a disgrace. I have a pond in my room. Most of my things are in it now.
Oh, God.
We will
Oh, I hope you didn't get any of Eugene's books wet.
I think you definitely did that in your room, not in the library.
I am not allowed to bring the books into
No,
my room.
Eugene does not permit lending from.
It's not that kind of library.
Every day and day.
Well, that's what he tells Aisling anyway.
So, a couple of the mornings later, Uncle Perb raises you all quite early. You get yourselves ready to head out. Today is the day you are going to collect your skyship. As described a couple of weeks ago, you walk into the antechamber where this magic circle is kept. Perb creates the spell, and the four of you step in, appearing in a brand new location that I don't think anyone here has been to. So I would like to tell you a little bit about Fallen Peak. When the Dverga of Kar-Exeli survived the Ascension, they found their world turned upside down in the most literal sense. The great mountain city of the dwarfs survived its ordeal with little structural damage, bar the fact that it now floated free from the land, inverse to its terrestrial origins. The king of Kar-Exeli at the time, one Carden Harden's daughter, immediately named their part of surviving the Ascension an immediate success, and also that she should rename the city Fallen Peak, either because she was a woman with a sense of humour or she was drunk. Being king of the
I like her.
The two are not mutually exclusive either.
Being a king of a mountain clan of the Mountain Dverga, it seems she was likely a little of both. Being engineering and enterprising people, the dwarves of Mountain Peak turned their minds to the construction of air vessels very quickly so that they could explore their changed lands and find ways to sell their building expertise to their desperate neighbours who had been not as fortunate as them. And so the shipyards of Fallen Peak were born, and grew, and grew, and grew again. The island nation became the very heart of shipbuilding in the scattered lands. Even the great nations of Daklan and eventually the Empire never managed to match the quality or variety of the ingenious inventions of the dwarves of Fallen Peak. In time, these dwarves were joined by other people who offered unique skills and trades that would complement the shipbuilders. A clan of tinker gnomes brought their etherical skills of inventing, and the art of aether bond skills was born. Many captains and crew find this essential to better control their airships. Humans, formerly of the Whoosh clan people, finally settled, bringing their superior artifice and mechanisms, and finally a flock of Aarakocra would build an aviary on the foot of the mountain. The name still used now for what makes up the topmost region of the island. These birdfolk would become the central messengers, moving between ships and cities, creating a network for those not empowered by magics that could reach over long distances. And so, Fallen Peak has remained. A huge inverted mountain with cleverly adapted ancient dwarven structures surrounded by shipyards and scaffolds. Heavy with the din of building and the shouting of workmen. Beneath the shadow of the foot on one of the island's teleportation circle stand our four friends. What's your reaction to this strange place?
I feel like Ashton kind of goes like that. What is it? Hold on.
Oh, I've heard of this place. I've read stories about this. I mean, it does look odd, but I mean, it's very impressive, though. I mean, the whole thing is very impressive. They have a history of remarkable things. It's really quite fascinating.
Cool. It's a bit noisy, though, isn't it?
I mean, it does make sense. This is where they build a lot of sky ships, I've been told. Which one do you think is ours?
Ooh.
You have a perception check, all of you.
Oh, okay. Nice.
14.
14?
15.
15?
22.
Ooh! Unfortunately, none of you do spot your skyship because you don't know what you're looking for. But Aisling does spot the ones that are actually finished. And there are a number of them on dry dock, just towards the top of the foot. Like complete, beautiful vessels. Some of them...
The top of the bottom.
Yep, exactly. Welcome to Fallen Peak, everybody. Some of which have got metal frames and look heavily engineered. Rock, you would recognise these instantaneously as the sorts of models that the Empire favours. Others, much lighter, made clearly of magically enchanted wood with just lots of energy crystals attached to the side. Ether ships, which of course you've all used multiple times. There is one particular ship that looks like it has been purely carved from one single tree. Humongous, sweeping back, creating the deck with leaves all behind it. Elven rooms tucked all along the side. Aisling, you would recognise a personal yacht from the Elven people of New Doran.
They got that yacht money.
Yeah, well, they just grow their own.
Organic yachts.
Organic yachts.
Nice.
There is not one with the test drive written along the side, despite what you might think.
I want to go do some twat laps in an elven yacht.
You see multiple ones, and I think, Aisling, you can point out all the ones that look like they might be the finished vessel, and I think you get excited by the prospects of what you can see, but after a while you realise You're just speculating at this point.
I think Rock's just like, oh, I hope it's not that one. That color is dreadful.
That sounds about right. I'm really excited, and you're just reading it for filth.
Whilst you are talking, Perb kind of goes down to the gate, the circle guards, and has a chat to them. And they kind of, one of them like salutes briefly, and then kind of wanders off. The other one settles back in. After a minute or two, a sort of skinny-looking half-elven clerk kind of bounds along. They are have mousy brown hair, which they've sort of tucked behind loosely in a braid that might have been tighter at some point, but has clearly fallen out with extreme movement. They look like, in our world, they would look like someone who's had too much coffee.
Oh no.
And they kind of just storm up and like start talking to Uncle Perb very quickly, shaking hands and kind of like, you can just hear the edge of the conversation. It's just like, oh, it's really an honor to meet you, sir. I mean, we've heard a lot about you and your adventures. And to be honest, the ship guild is absolutely honored to be involved in this. Well, this is not my honor. These 3 people are here. I'm just dropping them off. I
think Rock's just going to adjust his coat so you can see the badge.
I don't know. I think Eugene will probably be the first one to figure out that badge has no weight here.
What?
Irrelevant.
Of course, yes. The Paskit's chosen? Am I correct in the mercenary?
Yeah.
Excellent. I am Lanil, and kind of shakes all your hands. Hello. I am just a clerk, but I have been sent to retrieve you by Overseer Ecom Goldrin, who, of course, is managing this on behalf of Rebecca Ryder and Lady Sophis. If you would follow me, as I say, Tithik Perb, it is an absolute honour, and should you ever be in this area, please do sweep by the manufacturer. There's so much we would like to show you. And Perb kind of just gives Eugene a direct look and kind of goes, I think if I want to deal with Artifice, there's other people I'd like to talk to, but I do appreciate the amazing work you do. But thank you. It's just not compatible with what I do. So, but do enjoy. I shall be at home. Oh, and Eugene kind of fishes around and pops a small blue stone into your hand. Additional sending stone. I know that you have the spell now, so you don't really need it, but if you ever run out, you can always send it. I have the other, or somebody in the research team will have the other if you ever need us.
Great, thank you.
Right, let me know when you get to... Sorry, you do know what you're doing. Get your ship. Get your ship. They will supply a temporary crew. You need to go to Vadarak, register your ship with the Navigators Guild, and they will help you find a permanent crew.
Okay.
Has to all be legal. Otherwise, you'll be declared sky pirates and shot out the sky.
I like the first bit.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to get shot out.
You are on an official mission, so it should be fairly quick and relatively low energy. And do watch out whilst you're out and about. Even if you've got a good crew around you, the skies can be very dangerous places. Gives you all the appropriate sort of handshake or hug, and then steps back onto the platform, makes an incantation, and gone.
Oh.
Right. If you would like to follow me, I will introduce you to the Overseer.
Good, great.
You are taking...
I think Aisling sort of whispers to Rock as they're going, like, their blood pressure must be mental.
I am looking forward to when they eventually take a breath, though. That'll be interesting.
Doesn't happen the whole way back. They're kind of explaining things as they go. So we do a variety of different vessels here, and we do.
The Rock is definitely going to draw back and let Eugene walk right behind him.
I think Aisling will then whisper to Eugene, are we supposed to be listening to... Oh God, okay.
In terms of Eugene's general interest in skyship manufacture, I think
I read a book once.
It really does confirm a lot of things that you did.
Eugene, no.
For Rock and Aisling, I think it's a bit boring. It kind
Anything other than that mad elven yacht, I'm just like, that one's cool colour.
You march up through actual open working areas where you can see deckhands, dwarves, humans, and the occasional other race just kind of welding metal plates or hammering wooden frames into place. As you go into what looks like it would have been used to be a castle entrance, but kind of something along the lines of the upper levels, something like the royal seat or something along those lines. You find that you are in an upside down palace. Everything has been adjusted and rebuilt so that you can access the appropriate doors and things like that, but the original stonework is the wrong way round.
I don't like this. I don't like it.
Do you know, it is fascinating, but I wouldn't like to stay in this room or any of these rooms too long. I think it'd start to really mess with my perception of things.
It's all wrong.
It does make me want to do that, which is really disconcerting. Anyway, so the ship.
Yes, to the overseer. Quick, please. And kind of steps through, kind of going through beautifully decorated and intricate passageways and rooms. All the ancient and original architecture is still in place and is either well kept or has been repaired in the traditional sense. Lots of things of dwarves and axes and things like that. Of all the dwarven clans, and I think Rock would know this instinctually from travelling a bit further than everybody else, of all the dwarven clans, the Mountain Dverga had the most difficulty adapting. Traditionally, they lived beneath the earth, and when the earth was no longer below them, they had a whole existential issue. So they just threw themselves into whatever work they could, and then by the time they sort of looked up, they had sort of adjusted enough to the fact that not only was the sky there, it was everywhere, that they could cope with what they do. They are well known as being very work-orientated people, and so any other people who come to work at particularly places like Fallen Peak have a tendency to overcompensate to try and catch up, which might explain why Lanil is so wired.
Oh my god.
I think as we're walking through, Rock is literally just randomly kind of stopping and sort of grabbing Aisling's shirt and kind of looking at the beautiful stonework and elaborate windows and stuff, just kind of randomly every now and then going, oh, look at that one. Oh, that's that. Hurry up.
They have thoughtfully done things like rehang drapes the right way around and paintings are the right way around and stuff like that. But most of it is just...
Oh, they're no fun.
Stonework and things like that.
Horrid.
All the doors are upside down. You have to open them and kind of step through the arch at the bottom.
Vault over it.
A lot of them have had adaptations, so people with mobility needs can get through them a lot easier. You do see, actually, there's a number of dwarves who have, and other people who have possibly lost limbs through work, or just maybe don't have as much accessibility, but they have frames and things that they can use to move around, very similar to what you've seen certain sky pirates use in the past. Your friend Bill the Corsair, whose ship is completely adapted so that he can get anywhere he needs to.
Do you think Bill got his ship from here?
Oh, surely. Yeah, it seems like it.
Probably.
Seems like
I mean, it
everyone
looks like the kind of thing they build here. It's quite impressive, isn't it? Also, it had the ether crystals, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It is entirely likely the dragonfly was built in this city.
Do you think ours is going to be as big as Bill's?
Better be or bigger.
Oh, Bill's
Oh,
was
I
the
hope
little one,
not.
the little but nippy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the bigger one was but it was a long time ago. So was the Swallow's Envy, which was
Oh, that's the one. That's
which
the one.
was
I
the
meant.
grumpy Aarakocra.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that.
More
What's his name again?
Lanil.
Lanil.
Yes.
Is it very far?
We just need to get to the lift, and then that's a shortcut up through most of the mountain. So that would be much quicker than trying to carry it all the way up. Although, if you want a full tour, I can do through.
No,
all the
it's
administration
fine.
offices,
We're
and then
absolutely fine. We're fine. Shortcut.
I feel like Eugene wants to take that for a vote.
No, don't. No.
Eugene
This
knows
place is
there's
making
no
me
point.
queasy.
You step through into another large chamber. This looks like it used to be a ballroom, and there are actually some chandeliers that are still sort of like they're permanent stonework, and they're still kind of like people are actually operating using the light as little working areas.
That's so cool.
And at the back is indeed a large lift. The frame has been built so that people can get up to it very easily. It looks much more like a permanent sort of feature now. You're guided up to it and into, well, an upside down lift, an old stone lift that kind of grinds and lurches as you kind of go up. They had to rebuild the pulley system entirely when they did this, and frankly, it's a miracle they managed to get it to work. I wish I had been there to see it. My mother was still working when they had to take it apart, and she said it was really impressive. Anyway, I am really. From what I understand, you three have done some amazing things yourselves already. Stories travelled this far, even from Klaus Kern. I just have to say, thank you for all you did to try and protect us all.
Good. Yes, of course. Should we talk while we travel?
You're in the lift. You're in the lift at the moment.
Oh God, are we already stuck in the lift with him?
Rock's so over it. So over it.
I think Rock's going to take out his flask and just be like, Lanil, would you like a drink of water?
I'm quite
Lanil,
well
have a
hydrated.
drink of water.
takes the drink.
I think literally as he is drinking the water, I'm just going to say, oh, thank God, a moment of silence.
Wow.
He doesn't pick up on this. He's fully dedicated. This is his moment, and he's taking it. It actually takes a good couple of minutes to get the lift all the way up, and it kind of lurches, and these two very familiar looking, these guards, you've sort of seen them all about, have like a heavy leather armor on with like a big brass pauldron, and their braids are all kind of female or male. All their hair is kind of grown out where they can, either their facial hair or their head hair. Hair is braided in five knots, and they all have a large arcane-looking rifle across their back, which they wear proudly. These are the riflemen of Fallen Peak, something that the gnomes actually bought here, and the dwarves and humans adapted. They pull back this sort of big metal grate so that you can step out, and you find yourselves in a much smaller floor. You think it might have been the kitchen at some point. And at the back is a busy, bustling office with lots of humans and dwarves and a couple of Aarakocra kind of just walking in and dropping off messages and talking to people. And at the back is a large, big black bearded dwarf with very dark skin and incredibly coal-like eyes, who looks like he enjoys his life as much as he is still quite a physical character. And his voice is already booming all around, like giving people orders, not shouting at people. He's just naturally got a big booming voice, but like that sort of wonderful managerial patience of, tell me why this isn't working. What happened to this? I need an explanation. I have a customer to explain why we're behind on this. And he's being incredibly good with all his people, but you can tell this is the overseer before anybody else introduces him. Leniel kind of walks up and is about to say something, and he just puts his big meaty hand up and sort of like is scolding, not off, but kind of like, I need answers. Why have you not finished the frame? And I need it yesterday. And this small, wiry female human just kind of nods and just jumps off. And he turns to you, and immediately his energy changes, and he's just this big smile. Ah, my friends, it is good to finally meet you. I saw you before at the ball, but I did not have a chance to talk to you. I am the Overseer Echo. Please come in, step in. And he kind of looks at Leniel, kind of just hovers, and goes, Leniel, do not have jobs to do. I think you have things to do. Yes, go. Thank you very much. You've done your job. Good. And Leniel just kind of hovers for a second as if there's a way that he can try to stay.
Before Leniel actually leaves the room, I'm just going to say, I'm going to make sure he's still there and just say, Overseer, Leniel was exceptionally helpful. I just thought I should mention he's really and very impressive knowledge as well. I mean, very enthusiastic. Very enthusiastic.
Yes, he is.
Very.
But enthusiasm, definitely.
Very knowledgeable and very, very helpful. I mean, it was a real pleasure dealing with him.
There you go. These kind people have listened to all your words, all the words you use, all the time. And they like
it. There's so many words.
Leniel kind of looks confused but proud, and then kind of walks off. And the Overseer points to some nice, comfortable-looking fabric chairs that are in his office. His desk is a mountain of different paperwork. It's this old stone dwarven desk, which has clearly been brought up from one of the other levels, with royal carvings on it. So, let's see now. Yes. Brilliant. Everything is sorted out. The only thing you need to do is you need to take the ship to Vadarak, but we have a temporary crew already picked out for you. Nothing to worry about there. Good people too. Mostly good people too.
Do we? Sorry, a quick question. Just obviously not a big thing, but I mean it would be nice. Do we have any sort of customization options?
Later
this
point.
is a pimp, you're right.
At later point, when you are fully registered, you can do with the ship what you wish.
I want a jacuzzi in the dashboard now.
Flat screen TVs in every area.
Yeah.
If I don't have a sound system that'll blow the other airships out the air, I'm not interested. Okay, thank you. I was absolutely. Was just very curious if we.
But just given the time we have been given and the urgency of what you are trying to achieve, and the finances available to you, we have done what we can. It's good. It's a good ship. I'm proud of her. Please take care of her.
Because the build-up of kind of we've done what we can within the time and money sounded a little concerning. So I'm getting kind of mixed messages here. But I'm really proud.
I'm proud of my people. I should be proud of my people. They do good job.
Oh, I'm sure. And the ship is good. Yes.
Beautiful. The ship is beautiful. But let me not introduce you to your ship. Let me instead introduce you to your captain, who shall be taking you on your first journey to Vadarak to sign up with the Navigators Guild and get your own people.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. Great.
He leans out of his office and bellows, "Guy!" Alisha, could you please describe the man that these three see?
I knew it.
Yeah, you look out and you see. I mean, to be fair, you don't see him at first because who would? He's hard to spot. And then this person turns around and you're like, oh, it's probably that one. Panicked look in his eyes, kind of mousy brown hair, could be dirty blonde. It's just so indescribable. He is average of average heights, very average build. He has a very nervous smile, lots of really big bags under his eyes. Like he looks like he's just not slept in years. And yeah, he just kind of quickly rushes over, looking a bit panicked. Yes, he encompasses the color beige as a man.
He is the most man-like human man you have ever seen.
Mayonnaise
Guy.
beefcake.
Yeah.
And he
Did you
wonders
just say mayonnaise beefcake?
But without the beef, because that doesn't sit well in his
It's a
stomach.
mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
mayonnaise sandwiches only, and only on white bread.
Other breads are too spicy.
Exactly.
God.
Oh dear. Yeah.
What?
So this
I think
very
Rock literally just looks straight past him and goes, "Sorry, who's the captain?"
Oh, hello. Hi, that's me. Hi.
Shit,
Hi,
Jesus,
I'm
we didn't
sorry.
see you.
We were just looking for a captain person.
Oh, that's me. Hi. I'm Guy, Captain. Captain
Oh.
Guy, Captain Guy.
Wait,
Captain.
wait,
Wait.
wait.
Your
What?
name's
Oh,
Guy.
there was a
What?
lot of similar words there. What?
Guy Captain? Or
Yes.
Captain Guy?
I'm Captain Guy Captain.
Oh, are you having a stroke?
Look, I don't understand.
My name is Guy, Captain, and I'm your captain. So I'm Captain Guy, Captain.
So first name Guy, second
Yes.
name Captain, and you are the
Ashley's
captain.
literally making diagram notes in her sketchbook right now to try and work this shit out.
Right,
You
captain.
need a captain to have a ship, so that's me.
Yeah,
Hi.
that's not the bit we're confused about.
No, captain is fine. Can we just call you captain? That works. Yes.
Oh, sure. No one ever calls me captain. That'd be nice.
But you're the
Wait, I thought you were the captain.
I am.
guys.
Overseer.
He's standing right next to you. Guy is fully capable of driving the ship. Has
Oh, yeah.
aether skill. Knows how to knows the way, and most importantly, Guy is one of the most patient people I have ever met. So you.
Oh, that's lucky.
Any questions at all? Guy is your person you can direct them to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Have you been outside before?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Actually, what
Well,
kind of a question
I
is
mean,
that?
sometimes.
You just
There's a lot
kinda
of
look like
inside
you've never
here, you
really
see.
been outside.
Well, it gets a bit cold sometimes.
Right, okay.
And you can't be outside of the spaceship because of the space.
The what ship?
What?
The ship, with the space and the air and...
Sky.
Space?
The sky ship.
Oh, yeah, sky. Yeah, that's what obviously, I would have said space. That would be dumb. It's a sky ship.
I mean, there's plenty of space in a. Do you know what? Shall we just go to the ship? Shall we?
Oh, you guys are gonna love it. It might be the best space sky ship that's ever
Oh my God,
existed.
we're all gonna
It's
die.
so good.
We're all gonna die.
Really?
yeah.
Well,
Like the best one. You're getting such a good deal.
have you
I thought I was
captained
going to be the
many?
one to kill us, but this one's good.
No, I think we've got competition. Have you captained many ships?
Guy is overqualified for this particular mission, but let's just. I am leaving you in the best hands, and I think it just pulls Guy off to one side and goes, "I am giving you one last chance. If you fuck this up, I cannot protect you anymore. Do you understand?"
Okay.
Do we hear this?
Make a perception check.
Yes, me too.
15.
Shite.
Oh no, 14. No, 15.
13.
13. Rock, you hear this. You cannot fuck this up. You literally just have to take them to Vadarak.
I know.
Yes? Have you got this? Yes?
Yeah,
Do you
there's nothing that could possibly go wrong in that scenario.
Absolutely right.
Right.
Okay, I am rooting for you here, Guy. Do you understand?
Yeah, you're rooting for me.
I am rooting for you. I am on your side. Okay? I have stuck neck out for
Which
you
one?
lots.
My left or my right?
Guy, this is the sort of thing that gets you in trouble. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got this. They're good people.
I got this.
You're good people. Right?
Oh.
You just need
Okay.
to take them to the ship, and then take the ship to Vadarak with your crew, and then come back with your crew.
Okay, do we have a map?
Yes, of course you have you have a navigator. Remember?
Oh, thank God. All right. Yeah. I've never been, so I couldn't tell you the route. But yeah, all right.
Could I just check the other crew? How many other crew are there?
You have 5 other crew members.
And are they're very experienced?
Yes. Yes. And they are familiar with Guy and work with him before.
Have they been outside?
Yes, they are very experienced crew, and they know where they're going. You have
Experienced sky ship sailors?
Yes, absolutely. But they will be able to make sure you get there. We cannot give you a full complement, but you have what you need, and they can show you some of the things that you would need to do to keep your vessel running.
Good.
Okay?
Great.
Right. Guy, I will leave them in your capable hands. If there are any problems, of course, do get in touch. And please, return your ship anytime you wish to upgrade in the future, once you are registered.
Okay. Thank you.
And he just smiles, and by this time you kind of realise that he's slowly, somehow, magically walked you all to the lift and steps back as it just closes, and he just waves as you start to descend.
Okay.
Okay.
Are
Aisling
you guys
and Eugene.
excited for your ship?
Aisling and Eugene in their head just hears, I think they're trying to kill us.
Yeah. I think if anyone's looking at what Aisling's doing in her notebook right now, it's her last will.
She's just writing, help me in big letters.
Help me, I leave everything to Clementine.
But Vadarak's not that far, right?
What's the matter? It's in the sky.
So these 3 are now kind of just sort of looking at each other, and there's occasional facial twitches from everybody, probably bar Rock, who's the only one who's kind of proficient with telepathy.
Oh no, I think Rock's even worse. I don't think Rock could keep straight face at any point, so Rock is probably the one who's just doing lots of this.
Yeah. So how does Guy kind of deal with this awkward silence?
Guy definitely thinks that he's like missing a social cue, so just makes similar faces at the group to feel like they're all doing it. It must be a thing. So I will also do that thing.
Amazing. The lift only goes down a couple of floors this time. And you open up into a larger area which has been carved out, and you can see lots of platforms going out to different ships.
This is nice down here. Looks good, doesn't it?
So which one's ours?
Wait, have you not been down here before?
No, of course I have. I come down here all the time with the ships. Watch them go, wave them off into the sky, not space, sky. Yeah.
And captained them, I assume?
Well, sometimes, it's in the name.
Inside check.
Oh,
You can roll persuasion or deception based on whatever you are actually feeling.
Sure.
Rock, what did you get?
12.
12.
He was a 22.
Ooh, meaty. Yeah, so Guy has genuinely flown some ships. Maybe not from this dock, but definitely does know how to fly a ship.
No one has confirmed whether the ship's made it back or not.
If no one asks, then it doesn't matter. Right, well, this one down here is yours. Ah, look at it.
Oh my god!
Guy leads you off to a small ramp that kind of goes out beyond a lot of the other ships, and a single ship is docked there. It is quite rightly beautiful, made from light woods with elegant twists and designs throughout. The bright white silken sails look fresh, and you can see gleaming in the half light not one or two but 5 bright blue sparking aether crystals, all lightning aspected. The back of the ship sweeps forward and creating like a shell, where you can see the front where it's a stairwell and just some doors into what looks like would be a private area. The prow of the ship springs out where there is the navigator's position and the helm in one place. You can see 5 figures busy loading up a few bits and pieces, mostly small materials and things like that. The thing that stands out about the ship the most is the ornately carved silvery dragon that makes up the underside of the front of the ship.
Ooh.
And I think all 3 of you get goosebumps as you realize it is carved in the shape of a mithril dragon.
Mm.
Along the side, in 3 languages, Draconic, Elven, and Common, is the word Dragon's Hope.
Oh.
Would you like to see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you would like to go to roll 20 for me,
Okay.
and I just
No way!
Oh my gosh! Look at
That's
that.
so cool.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Oh.
I would
It's
like
got
to do
fins.
2 big shout outs now. First of all, obviously, a huge thank you to Michelle in chat for lending me the artwork for Captain Guy Captain from the amazing Wicked Slice. And secondly, thank you to Dungeon Baker, who created this for me probably 6 months ago now.
That's how long it's taken us to get to this point in the plot. Oh, it's so cool.
It gets better. Do you guys want to see the rest of the ship?
Yes.
Okay, so we have 2 wonderful levels that we provide. So there we go. You can see into the deck area.
Look at the little quarters.
So there are 4 main quarters for you. Those are your quarters. You can take whichever rooms you want, although he has beautifully decorated them in familiar colours, if that helps anybody as well.
Yeah. I just noticed that.
I was going to call dibs on the purple.
And
I like that the one that I'm assuming is Ashling's. The bed is a state.
amazing. So there you go. You can choose the rooms as you wish, but there are some colours that might give you some ideas. Guy, you kind of stride with false confidence onto the deck, and the 5 deck hands, the 5 crewmates that you do recognise, just kind of roll their eyes and just carry on with their work. Except for one of them, a younger-looking lass who waves enthusiastically before getting back to sorting out tying some ropes and things.
Aw.
Welcome to the Dragon's Hope.
That's
Oh my
so
God.
cool.
This is
Do you guys like it?
It's really quite beautiful.
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's very nice. It's a nice boat.
Please don't
Do you like the
crash
name?
it.
Because we can change it.
No,
No, I
that's-
think the
it's
name is
perfect.
beautiful.
What's Guy's suggestion for a ship name?
Well, you see, I had this. I may have accidentally mentioned to my fiance that I could get a ship named after her, and I really pushed for them to call it the Brendalin after my fiance Brendalin, but they said it didn't work. But I thought if you liked it, maybe.
I mean, it's a lovely. That's a beautiful suggestion. I think, though, you know, we had this whole sort of battle thing, and we had a dragon and we're Parshkik's chosen. So I think we'll stick with Dragon's Hope.
Brynny's going to be so sad though.
I'm sure you could. You know, I'm sure one of your other many voyages that you are undertaking after you safely deliver us. You could
So many others. So many.
Totally,
I've
yes.
got loads of
Good. So, who is your the second in command on the ship?
Second in command.
A tall, quite well built human man with like mutton chops and like a quite thick jaw wanders up and goes, "Right there, I'm Eowyn." It's Eowick. This is reading his notes.
Eowick.
Eowick. I
Hi.
have the honour of being first mate and quartermaster right now.
Right. Well, I mean, my name is Rock, and these are my companions, Aisling and Eugene, and I assume you know
Hello,
the
Guy.
captain.
Hi. You alright? You excited? We're going out on the ship.
I'm thrilled.
Great.
Yes.
It's going to be a good time.
We'll get you there. We'll make sure that you get there. And he kind of points to the rest of the crew. So these are your temporary hands. We'll make sure we get you there. This is Brith Stonefoot, and this kind of. If someone left a dwarf out in the sun too long, this
Wow.
is what you would get. He is.
Someone left their dwarf out in the sun.
He's slightly lanky for a dwarf, and his skin is kind of very taut and kind of sun-kissed and things like that. And when he kind of scowls, which seems to be a lot in general direction of Guy, his face turns into something resembling a prune.
Great.
He wanders up, and Eowick kind of just pats him on the shoulder and says, "This man is your mechanic and your aether specialist. He'll be making sure the ship is running okay. We've done all the checks. She's been signed right, so I ain't worried about it.
That's good.
This over here," and he points to a thin woman with intelligent eyes and an easy smile, is Braff Miracle. She's a gunner and a tar expert, and she also can show you a few tricks if you need to help out if you want to.
Sorry. Did you say she's the gunner?
Yes.
Great. So can I
Also,
just?
do we have two people called Briff and Braff?
Yes, I was just going to ask the same thing. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
Okay. No. Great. Super.
Are they related or?
No, one of them's a dwarf and one of them's a human.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're not related.
I mean, and neither of them are city-born, so that seems least likely, but
Well, there are many blended families in the world.
Are you two related? Absolutely not, says Brad.
Good. Great. Okay, just want to make sure we've got everyone's names. I mean, we want to make sure anyway, so yes, and the others?
This young lady is Tilly Hart. She is an absolute sweetheart, and she will be making sure you are fed, and she is also very good with a cannon. So,
with the what? Sorry.
Cannon.
Oh, right.
And
we
lastly,
got cannons. Have we got
you
cannons?
look towards the front of
we've
the
got
ship.
ballistas.
You have 2 ballistas, large arcane crossbows. Technically, this isn't a combat vessel. This is an exploration vessel, so it's quick, light on armaments, but able to take a hit. Also, and he kind of taps the deck for a second, you see this small glow. With the right incentive, she can create a shield around herself, which makes her temporarily impenetrable.
Well,
Cool.
that's most. When you say the right incentive,
Well, that's all down to our captain here, isn't it?
oh,
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
You're going to have to explain. I'm terribly sorry. We're quite new to owning a vessel.
So, have you? I mean, I presume you've flown on ether ships before.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
of course, many times.
Have you talked to an ether pilot before?
Have we?
Not that you're aware of. You've just sort of talked to the captains. You haven't really asked them much about what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably have known the ether pilot when travelling with the carnival, but
An ether pilot.
that's probably Rock's answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known an ether pilot.
I've seen soil.
I've seen one from a distance.
I believe this is mud.
I've heard of it.
Ether pilots are they're specialists who can use ether ships in a much more effective way. They bond themselves with runes from ether crystal, and then they use that to get more out of their vessel. So in this particular instance, Guy here is an etherologist. It is the one redeeming skill that has stopped him from getting fired so far.
Oh, well, don't say that to the guests, mate.
He's actually quite good at it, surprisingly.
Wait, sorry, can I just... So our captain is our ether pilot?
Yes. He's an etherologist, an ether pilot, a specialist. Can bond
And-
with the ship and
and
get
the
it to
cap-
wrecked.
Okay.
I mean, that's quite cool.
So again, I just want to check on. You were talking about incentives. I mean, do we have to sort of pay you extra to?
What? No.
Slip them a $5. Go
No,
on, do the shield.
poor choice of words. Basically, drawing energy from the rest of the ship can temporarily give you a shield that will prevent ballista from entering it, but it will slow your movement considerably.
Okay. Good. Oh, good to know.
Also, Captain can also, once you have proper ether cannons attached, charge them up with special. Oh, which also reminds me, are any of you casters?
Yes.
Yeah.
It kind of, I need a volunteer.
Oh, don't know. Because Ashling's immediately like, a fucking wild magic. Nuh-uh. You just got this shit.
God,
I don't want to
Ashley's
blow it
now
up.
terrified to use her magic. Volunteer for what exactly?
I'm going to show you something quite amazing, and it's perfectly safe, I promise.
Oh, you can trust him. He's very trustworthy.
Oh, yes, I'm feeling so at ease. Great. Well, I mean, I'm happy to help if with this experiment with total strangers on a new ship.
He takes your hand for a second and guides you to like this, and just guides you to a particular spot where these runes are on the deck. Now, focus your magic down for a second,
Right.
and use something that would normally have a limited distance.
Well, I mean, I can just press to digitate.
You kind of summon up the energies, start muttering the incantation that you've been taught about the Song of Creation, and you feel suddenly, with your connection to the ship in this particular spot, that you could double its distance.
That's cool.
Oh, well, that's.
What did it do?
You have to try this, Ashling. You really do have to try this. It's Eugene too. It's a very unusual feeling. It's very yeah. Well, look, I've got goosebumps. It's all very unusual.
What did it do?
Well, it kind of feels slightly more powerful if I stand here and use that spell. That's kind of strange. Is it because of the ether crystals? Is that what's doing this?
Good guess. That yes.
Well, I assumed that magic glowing things would have something to do with it. Anyway, yes. Well, and that goes. Does that happen for all spells?
Yeah, doubles the distance on any spells you have. So if you end up in a situation where you have to do ship-to-ship combat, you have a better chance of hitting them.
Oh, fantastic! Ashling, you've just become our third ballista.
What? Why?
With your
What did I
Eldritch
do?
Blast, you could just blast things from the front of the ship. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
That means I can fireball something 300 feet away.
Oh shit!
Would that require you to
I feel
jump
like fire
the
on a
ship?
ship is a bad idea.
No,
I
but
don't
it'll be
think
300 feet
funny.
away
Like-
from the ship.
Away.
Fine.
That does take into account sort of wind and things, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Eugene.
Air.
I feel like 300 feet is enough. Even
mean-
even wind, accounting for wind.
I mean,
Well, let's not try it
the ship
immediately.
is enchanted, but please do try and stop yourselves from setting her on fire if you can. She's, other people may
Don't
try and do that in the
Set
future.
it on fire.
Sorry, what was that? What? Wait, that
there's
last
enough
bit.
people out in the world that will probably try and do that for you, so you don't want to be doing it for yourself.
We'll do our best.
Yes, I mean, okay. Well, look, let's just not try and do the fireball thing for a while, and
Well, I just
On-
fireball
on the
300
ship.
feet away sounds fine to me. Just don't do it on your own deck.
do you know what? No, we just won't do it on the ship for a bit. Let's just not try it, just in case.
It is about this point in time that a tall blonde woman comes up. She's kind of carrying a couple of crates, and she just comes out from the set of stairs that go out near your cabin area. And she kind of looks over and goes, okay. And this is the last member of our crew. This is Miskin Lyle. And Miskin just kind of like nods, and she goes, hi. Nice to meet you all. Excuse me, I just need to get back to work.
And Miskin is.
Miskin's a deckhand. Fills in
right.
wherever she needs. So, if you are ready, if there's nothing you need from town or anything like that, we can get moving.
Could
soon as
I,
the captain's ready, of course, he says.
Born ready? Me? Oh, yeah.
I'm literally talking directly to Earwick. I just wondered. I realise this is an unusual question, but you've travelled with this particular crew a lot. You know these individuals well.
I have worked with everybody on this ship, yes. And I know them quite well.
Do any of them have any, any sort of tattoos? I know, just out of curiosity, any tattoos?
Generally advise, if you want to see people's tattoos, you buy them a drink first, sir.
But no, not. Rock immediately starts flustering. No, I don't mean like that. I didn't want to look at their I'm asking you. Look, there is a reason behind this.
I sometimes have to write things on my hand and my arm so I don't forget. Does that count?
Yes.
No.
Oh, yeah, then I have some. I've got a note here on my arm that
good,
says, don't forget to eat.
I'm sorry. What?
That one's important.
Don't forget.
Eat.
you need written reminders for that?
Sometimes I get focused on other things, and I get home, and Brynny's like, "Guy, did you eat lunch?" And I just forgot.
But that's fair enough. I have done that and worked through lunch before, so I do understand. That,
Does it say inhale, exhale underneath it?
No.
He quickly scribbles.
Just hides it. So, no, there is a real sort of reason. Yeah, just I mean, do you happen to know if any of them do? Just look, it is quite important.
I mean, I think most of the crew have got some tattoo or another. It's common among airship crew.
Do people with tattoos, Rog?
Do any of them have a tattoo that looks like this? And I'm just going to use prestidigitation to just make the shape of an ember tattoo in water on the wood or something, so they can see it.
Oh no, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Okay, yeah, that's just a random,
But tell you what, if I'll keep an eye out. If anybody does, is there a particular reason?
Well, yes, because if they have that tattoo, then we'll probably have to kill them.
Yeah.
Oh right. I'm rather you didn't kill.
It's not an artistic preference.
Oh, no, it's not just
not like the tattoo.
Oh, I just wonder, is this sort of like a tramp stamp thing? Is this like a, people shouldn't have this because it's really tasteless or something?
How dare.
Nah,
no,
get what I want. But this sign normally means there's some sort of like terrorist situation.
It's kind of a gang.
But what if they get it by accident?
Then tough.
Like what if they just think it's a pretty symbol and then you go and kill them?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Guy does have a very good point.
I do.
We're not gonna just kill anyone. We'll ask them questions first, right? We're not.
Oh.
Will we?
Yes, I mean. Okay, look, never mind.
I mean, we can certainly vote on that, can't we, Aisling? I mean,
Stop trying to make people vote.
Oh, I suddenly get democracy as an idea, and you just poo-poo it every time I try. Also, can we break Guy? I think he'd be fun to break.
In a minute. I said that in my head, Rock. Put that face away.
I feel like there's still dungeon being, though.
Of course.
Aisling suddenly stops Guy and starts doing this for a second.
Is that sign language?
Yes.
Oh. How do you say Captain Guy Captain in sign language?
There's no words for those words.
Oh.
Doesn't exist. Sorry.
That's such a shame.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah,
Good. So, what's next? Do we make a move now, or
I'll show you to your cabins. You can
please.
Select rooms that you want to, and then I'll give you a tour of the downstairs area. And then, Captain, if you would like to prepare yourselves, as soon as you are ready and the owners are ready, we can cast off.
I've already run off to Blagger Room.
In your head here, dibs, 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 dibs.
Yep. I feel like we're saying it at the same time.
Can I try and beat Aisling there by casting Dimension Door?
Damn it! I will mirthful leap the second I see you do that.
Oh, dude.
I think I still win.
How
Yeah,
far
I
does
think you
Dimension
probably
Door
still
take you?
do.
500, well, up to 500 feet.
Up to 500 feet.
Oh shit!
Do you need to be able to? Do you need to know where you're going though?
I can specify like on the bottom level, like I don't need to have necessarily seen it before.
Right. Okay.
Oh my god, I love the idea of Aisling running into the room and Eugene's already there lying on the bed.
Ah! Woo!
Excellent.
What?
I love this. This is such a good use of spell slots. I love it.
Yep.
Can you roll me a quick Arcana check? Not that it's ever a problem for Eugene, but just to make
Don't
sure.
say that, because now I'll roll a 1 and end up in the wall.
You
of
end
the
up
ship.
inside a wall, yeah.
Oh no!
I'm your DM. I am your agent of chaos.
18.
18,
Oh.
fine. Yeah, you appear in a larger area. There's like a place to eat, some storage lockers and things like that as well. A map of the world, and some other bits and pieces that look like they're useful for your journey. And there's a corridor with 4 doors in it. Off of this. As you kind of appear and kind of acclimatise, there is a rattling on the door, and it is wrenched open by a very enthusiastic satyr.
And I tumble in very inelegantly. Oh, Jesus! What? How? Woo.
Hi.
Eugene, what? Wait, if you're
What?
here, who's that up there?
Hey, no fair, we shouted dibs.
Yeah! Sorry, you didn't hear that.
Yeah, what?
Alabaster said, we said dibs. Wait, is
You
this your
can't
room?
dibs
This is
until you
huge.
can see it. Everybody knows that's the rules.
Okay, well, let's have a look then. Let's see what we got.
Leaving Guy and Rock standing on the...
Oh, sorry, Rock. Or sorry, Guy. I don't know who to feel sorry for.
Yeah,
I think Guy. We always feel sorry for Guy.
Always
Guy's
sorry,
gonna get
Guy.
red for filth.
that's a fair shout.
So, do you know where are you sleeping?
The captain's quarters.
Which are they near?
Below deck, sir.
It's got a little sign on the door that says captain's quarters. I stuck it on there with paper, but it's still there.
You put the captain's sign. Is it normally the captain's quarters or?
It is now.
It's just a cupboard.
The captain does get his own room. Most of the rest of the crew bunk up together in a couple of other rooms downstairs, and then the rest is storage, and of course access to the Aether crystals for the engineers. But we'll show you around that in a second. If you'd like to accompany me, sir, and
Oh, thank you.
Captain.
Oh yeah, I'll come.
Oh. Good. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Dear. You step into that same room I just described, and you can see Aisling and Eugene are flinging open doors, trying to decide which room that the two of them want. Giving each other, I'm guessing, looks, sort of that sibling sort of look, like, did you open something better than me? Do I need to shout about it?
Yeah.
Can I just literally walk down the corridor straight past them into the room with the green bed?
Perfect.
Yeah, that looked like a good one. Good choice. Yep.
It's not really terms of role playing, but which room would you each like? Which is the spare room?
I've got to have the yellow one.
You're having the yellow one. Amazing.
Because the bed is a state and it looks like my kind of room.
Perfect.
And
Eugene,
Eugene will have the purple one.
amazing. Leaving the blue room for guests of the future.
That's Gris's room because they are not wed yet. They cannot live in
Mom.
sin in the same room.
Good lord, no.
Oh.
It's Pocket's room right now.
Oh, I'm down with that. That could be the pet room.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. You choose your rooms. You're shown below deck, and there is another space that's a little tiny bit bigger, but has more bunks sort of set into it. And at the back is a room that's roughly about the same size of any of yours, which does have a paper note written on it in a. What kind of handwriting does Guy have?
Yes, this will give us the ultimate personality test.
Is
It
one of
makes
those-
doctors look legible.
Yeah, I'd say it's like very clear just like the most standard all caps you could think of. Like it's just all really straight
Times New
and
Roman.
normal. There is no personality in that handwriting.
Wow.
Guy
Wow.
is the sort of person that would look at Comic Sans and think that's quirky.
Nice.
Yeah. That's too edgy. Guy doesn't want to offend someone by using
Oh.
Comic Sans.
He's drawn little lines in pencil to make sure the letters fit between them properly.
Yeah, and the D goes all the way. Well, not a D because it's not in Captain's quarters. Not that letter.
There's a D there some reason anyway.
Just practicing in the
silent.
corner. It's Welsh.
I adore it. Yeah, just a small room, and you can see that several of the crew have chosen bunks already. Yeah, there's a large storage area where a lot of small foods and things, so they've stocked up. So included in the price of whatever they've paid, they've given you like an initial stocking. I think a cursory look, you kind of probably have about a week's worth of food for a full crew. You will probably need to spend some coin to make sure that is maintained. But I will let you know offline rather than doing boring admin shopping online.
Gotta love it. Doing our Morrison shop live stream.
There are also 2 lifeboats, which are sealed, and they are those little tiny ether ships that you've seen that you use to get onto Parshkik in the first place.
Oh yeah.
And there's 2 of them that are allotted alongside on what looks like openable flaps that will just kind of fold down underneath the entrance ramps and just fly off, which is
cool.
where you can escape or use them to move to places you don't want to take the ship to.
Little shuttles.
Little shuttles.
Good.
Big enough for probably about 5 people, you think.
Perfect.
Probably more in an emergency. All told, whilst you're kind of going through this, he basically describes the ship in its total. The ship is it's a custom ship. It is built on the idea of a exploratory vessel. It has some armor plating, some defenses. It can have a full complement of 15 crew. It manages on 5, but it will not be at its peak running when you do that. 10 is probably ideal. They kind of talk you through some of the basic checks and stuff like that. There's not a lot of safety in skyships. They're big floating vessels. When something goes wrong, you pretty much fall to your death in the sky shield.
Fun.
Don't to try and avoid the bad things happening in the first place is generally how sky sailors approach it.
Great health and safety.
Great health and safety. Yeah, don't let bad things happen to the ship.
Just don't. Just don't.
I think while the first mate was explaining that, I'm just going to look at Captain, and just say, you been on any ships that have fallen?
The ships have fallen?
You know, crashed, or sort of airships that have crashed, anything like that?
Not crashed. But you know what's good is we have a little umbrella stand over there, so like we don't have any life jackets, but you can always just pop an umbrella if you're falling off, because that might slow your descent.
Right, if you're falling from the
sky
sky
ship.
ship, you can use the umbrella to...
Did you specifically ask for the umbrellas?
I thought it added a nice feng shui. And it's safety, so that's
I'm
like
gonna
double...
go ahead and learn Featherfall real quick.
Good. Well, I'm glad your safety record is impeccable.
Have you been on a ship that's crashed?
Oh no, good lord, no.
Oh, good. All right. Good. giving the boat to the right people then. They've got a no crash history.
Yes, good.
Guy indeed has not been on a ship that crashed. It is one thing that he hasn't managed to achieve. What are the two things that happened?
No, it's not an objective.
What are the two things that Guy did do that have put him in everybody's bad books?
What are the two things that Guy did that put everyone in his bad books?
I'm putting you a little on the spot here. I'm sorry about that, but
No, that's okay. So his first ship that he had to get out of the station, he accidentally had it in reverse and it went backwards and crashed into a load of the other ships that were waiting to leave. They didn't like that. That wasn't a great start to the adventure. And the other thing that he did is, outside is cold. We've established this. So he just borrowed one of the sails as like extra blanketing to help him get a good night's sleep, and that caused some problems in the sky. But they fitted it back before it crashed, so technically nothing's crashed. It is a lot of blanket for such a small guy.
Can we get parking sensors on the ship, please?
Like a rear view camera.
Yeah.
It's reversing.
Yeah.
the third thing.
I feel like that's why Guy thinks people don't like him, but being as mundane as he is, I feel like people don't like him really just because he makes really boring sandwiches for all the crew.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise
just
and
cucumber,
salad cream.
always cucumber. There's nothing else inside.
Mayonnaise, salad cream, and cucumber.
The third and
He went a bit exotic with the mayonnaise once.
put mustard in it. It was not right.
What? No,
It was an accident entirely, yeah.
You would die.
I mean, mayonnaise and cucumber sandwiches actually sounds pretty good to me.
Ew. Oh. Ew.
There we go, see.
Sorry.
The third thing I'm going to offer is most recently, in the last couple of weeks, Guy was in charge of showing people around a vessel as part of a sales episode. Stepped off at their suggestion for a second, only to turn back to watch the tiefling in question stick their middle finger up at him and fly off with the ship.
Oh, fuck.
Just taking it for a spin, he'll be back. He borrowed some cash, so he's coming back with that. Just you wait. Just had to pop to a cash machine, that's all.
Any day now.
God.
It's happening.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Great. So when do we leave?
As soon as the captain is ready and done his checks.
You have to do checks.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Let me get my
Okay.
clipboard.
Right.
Would you like to do an investigation check? If you are not proficient in investigation, you may add your proficiency because it is ship related.
It is ship related. Investigation, did you say?
Yes, please.
Okay, so that's minus that, but plus that.
But mine.
That's
Minus-
a 15.
A 15. Yeah,
Yes.
you kind of do all the things. I think that with Guy there is this. You can audibly hear the checklist that he is reading to himself that he has learnt by rote, and he goes around. He does.
Has he made up a rhyme to remember it?
Oh.
Oh, a little song. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm all for that. That sounds brilliant.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he finishes up. Is happy. The biggest grin you've probably seen on this strange little man. And then marches to the front of the ship, to the helm, where Earwick is waiting as the navigator. And starts the ship. You can feel that arcane hum through the vessel, and then you hear like sparking from metal areas nearby, and there's that gentle lurch that you've all felt before as the ship just kind of gently lifts itself up. The rest of the hands start casting off They shout
Oh,
out to
I
the
could-
dock workers.
I'm going to grab Eugene and Ashley and literally like drag them to the edge of the ship so that we can sort of wave like we're frightfully important.
Oh my god.
Who are we waving
Oh,
to?
it doesn't matter. Just wave. It's our ship, and we own it now. So just wave. We're the owners. We're very important. Just wave. That's it. Good.
Bye.
Make a
Good.
charisma check, the three of you.
Oh shit. Oh god.
1, okay.
Just straight charisma.
Yeah, just straight charisma.
It's a full fail. I got a +2, but that's a full.
That's a full
Full
fail.
one.
Yeah, we fail on ones, I'm afraid.
15.
15?
6.
6.
I'm accidentally doing this.
You're actually facing the wrong way. You just put it back.
Accidentally.
Yeah. I feel like guys like, there's someone I can relate to.
Oh, she's waving to me. She's waving at me. That's so nice.
Rock's proudly waving and then turns around.
Guy
and
waving back at Ashley.
Ashley's over there waving the wrong direction after I've proudly waved at everyone with her.
The dock hands and mechanics on the kind of all give you a strange look as you kind of shove off, and then one of them kind of does. And with a vroom and a lurch, the ship suddenly shoots forward much faster than you were expecting.
Warp 9.
Ooh.
Engage.
And I think this is a good place to take a break for us. But before we do, I would like everybody but Alisha to step away for a second.
Okay.
What,
see
like
you after-
just us
see you after the break.
IRL?
Bye.
Yeah, so we will be back about 10 to 5. You guys go and get a head start, and Alisha and I will join you shortly.
Rude.
Bye. Okay.
Goodbye now.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Don't break the ship, Alisha.
Back on the docks, as the ship departs, there is a dull thudding, a kind of shuffling sound, a small movement. One of the dock hands eventually picks up on this and wanders to a large tool cupboard that has been moved down there for access and ease. The dwarf in question, smoking a pipe, pulls up the large lock and pulls it apart, and a small, nearly naked human tumbles onto the deck. What are the words that escape from Captain Captain's face as he looks up at one of his work hands and sees the ship he has been assigned disappearing?
Oh, where's it going? Where's the boat going? Where's it gone?
Wait, what? You're supposed to be on that.
Oh, I know. Why is it left without me?
We thought you were on it.
Why did you think I was on it?
Because you were on it.
Wait, do you mean I'm on the? How was I on the boat? I don't.
Oh, God.
But I've been in the
Guy,
car.
my poor
no.
dude. You. Oh no, they're not.
Wait, no. Did it leave well? Like, did it fly off and like it didn't crash or
I
anything?
was just thinking it's the best you've ever flown.
Do you know what? Put me back in. I'll hang out for a while, and then maybe if it comes back in, because I can't mess this up. So if you I'll stay in
I'll
here.
sneak you a mayonnaise sandwich later. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that'd be
Guy,
really
okay, so
nice.
this
Just
door
don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Let them think that I did that flying. Okay.
Okay,
This is
alright. But we'll deal with this later.
Can I have a blanket too? It's cold.
I'll see what I can do. And just kind
Okay.
of closes the cupboards. And
Bye.
that is where we will step away. We will be back at 10:02, my lovely people. Thank you so much, Alisha. We're really enjoying this and having this wonderful character in our world as well. Thank you so much for agreeing to make Captain Guy Captain
Always.
multiversal.
Yeah, that's it. He's available to hire for any and all campaigns.
We shall be back in a little bit. Go and grab yourselves a drink, stretch yourselves out, and see you at 10:02. Bye. And we are back! Hello, everybody. I hope you had a lovely break. You all grabbed something nice to drink and you stretched and got up and walked around a bit.
We came back to a cryptic as hell chat state.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what the thing is? Like, I
What?
don't think either Alisha or I are sorry in the slightest.
No, I didn't fucking think so.
I think we're kind of we're used to your lack of remorse.
The cruelty.
The cruelty, yes. Ah, dear.
Oh, Kitty. Hi, Kitty.
Hi, darling.
So, before our break, our three friends met the absolutely amazing Captain, a character that you only have to experience to understand fully what the universe was trying to achieve.
And it was fuck all.
Would someone explain it to me?
The universe is a mystery. Stop trying to guess. You are now pulling away on the Dragon's Hope, your beautiful, shiny, light-wooded Aether ship. All yours, signed over and everything. Which reminds me, you probably would have had that in. You actually do have a contract which of seal of ownership as well. So,
I think Rob
Eugene,
would have
if
made.
you would like to jot that down in your notes and just also put a note who has it.
I think Rock would have made a very definite point of making sure that we are all listed as owners on the ship. Just pointing that out.
So you're all on the deed.
So this is in fact our ship. Yes, our ship. Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Great.
Oh, that's good. It means that when he's really bothered about the Eugene owning that wonderful house we get to live in, he can go and sleep on this.
What are you snickering about?
Nothing.
The ship moves away into the sky, and it isn't actually that long. It's probably only about an hour before Fallen Peak is nothing but a small, tiny dot on the horizon.
Upside down dot.
An upside down dot. Which kind of gives you like an impression of how fast the ship is. Confirming with the crew, you find out that actually...
How fast can it do the Kessel Run?
Oh, nobody goes to Kessel anymore. Not since the Empire blasted it to smithereens.
I don't know, if you go to Kessel now, there's just all these idiots in souped-up ships trying to beat the speeds of people. So
Yeah.
It goes in, wait 30 years for an explanation for why you use a term of distance for speed.
So we're going to Vadarak, is that right?
Vadarak, yes. Rock, I believe Vadarak is the sort of place that Julie would have taken you.
Yeah.
And I think you can sort of let the others know. Vadarak is a city of opportunity. It is a cultural melting pot. When the scattered lands were recovering, Vadarak became a center of mercantile dealings, trade, and opportunity. And it stayed there. It brands itself as the richest city in the Free Islands, the Free Nations. Arguably, Cloud's Cairn has more of its own wealth that it can draw upon. Unlike Cloud's Cairn, it is completely reliant on everybody else. But it is the center of the world and a completely neutral place where you can get everything you want to. So it makes perfect sense for the Navigators Guild to be lodged there. Because they can get people from all backgrounds and that, from Ashur to Miscrium, and not worry about backgrounds in the same way, and make sure that everyone is there for good coin and good opportunity. It is run by a series of mercantile princes. It is colourful, it is loud and fun and dangerous in a sort of watch your pockets, careful who you talk to and careful what you offer sort of way.
Seems like Ashling's vibe.
Yeah. It is also the sort of place that probably want to keep an eye on Ashling.
Exactly. It seems like her vibe.
And Eugene.
And Eugene.
Oh yeah, good point. For different reasons, keep an eye on us.
I think Rock will definitely spend like at least a half an hour sort of telling them how exciting and how fantastic and what like how there's great things in the city, whatever, and then another half an hour explaining why they should be very careful and not talk to too many strangers and watch out for your money. Keep your hand, like make sure your pocket is your wallet's in your pocket, but in your front pocket, and don't eat foods you don't know about, and don't drink anything unless it's sort of in a proper bar, and don't go down any of the alleys that look dodgy because they probably are dodgy. And
I think that one's pointedly looked at Ashley.
Yes.
I don't go down alleys full stop now.
You get dragged down. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guy, I think you are sort of privy to most of this conversation, as always. As soon as
Oh, you're still there.
yeah, as soon as always, you kind of just feel like you slip into the background a little bit, which is fine because you're busy flying the ship. But they're actually having this conversation quite loudly next to you, and I think it's not long before they have completely forgotten that you're there. But you can interject anytime you want to.
Scare us shitless.
Yeah, he's probably just there, like, with all the instructions that Rock is giving. He's like, "Oh, where is my money? Do I have pockets? Where am I going to put my stuff?
Do
I need a bag? I don't know that I have a zip bag because I feel like it should zip." And he's just there getting more and more panicked with each instruction that Rock is giving about this mysterious town.
Oh dear! It's horrible feeling that Rock has the dad energy that Guy has kind of not had in a lot of his life, or has. I don't know. I don't know his history.
Uh-oh.
Good question. Yeah, I think Captain's just a very naturally nervous guy, and it doesn't take much to send him into a spiral. So just insinuating that a dark alley is probably a bad place to go. He's like, "Oh my god." Can I stay on the ship? Is that allowed? Do I need to go with them? Oh my god.
Can all of you roll me an insight check? And Guy, you can as well, just in general.
Oh yeah. Insight.
12.
Unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. Ooh, lovely. You definitely pick up the fact that Guy is spiraling. Did anyone else receive? What'd you get, Eugene?
A 1.
Oh, 1. Aisling?
12.
12. I think that's enough to kind of spot Guy spiraling.
Yeah, he's not being particularly like hidden about it.
imagine
He's kind of under the understanding that they're ignoring him, so they're not watching anyway.
Eugene's too busy spiraling himself to notice that Guy is spiraling.
Oh no. I think
Eugene's just used to keeping a poker face while spiraling inside. Guy is letting
internal rather than external spiraling.
And there's this horrible moment, Rock, where you're kind of your slightly internal parental instincts you have to protect people. You're kind of like, oh no, Guy is spiraling. Oh no, Eugene is spiraling. They're both spiraling.
I'm just going to look at Eugene and go, you're being very quiet. Are you all right?
Yeah, everything will be fine, right? Everything.
Oh yeah, it's a fascinating place, and it's a city of opportunity. They'll tell you that at every chance they get, believe me. But yeah, there's lots of things. There's some fantastic bookshops and magic shops and apothecaries and all sorts of things. It's really quite fascinating. Just be careful which ones you go into because some of them are.
Well, how will I know which?
Oh, you'll know. You'll be able to tell. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Is there a gift shop?
Are you all right? You seem to be sort of breathing heavily.
Oh, that's so I know that I'm bringing in air that way. Is there gift shops? You just listed like magic shops and book shops. Is there like a tourist place?
Oh my god.
Oh yes, there's many tourists. They're very expensive, the tourist shops. So they're designed to rip people off. Really, there's some beautiful local shops where you could buy local things. And are you looking for a gift?
I promised Brinny a fridge magnet.
I'm sorry, who?
Brendalyn.
Oh right,
My
yes.
fiancé.
Good. Oh yes, you did mention. Yeah, you're engaged. You're engaged.
Yeah. Say again.
No, just saying it without the surprised inflection.
Oh,
So yeah, have you been together long?
yeah. A good few years now.
Oh well, congratulations.
Yeah, she's making an honest man of me.
Were you not honest before?
Oh, no, well, I'm honest. I wouldn't lie about things. Don't tell Brenny that I've lied. I don't lie. I just wanted to get her a magnet, maybe of like a little ship or something. I don't know
Yes.
what's Veldarak famous for.
Oh, well, that's the thing. You see, it's famous for everything. It's a melting pot of different cultures and things. So,
That's not good. There's going to be too many magnets to choose from.
I'm sure she'll love whatever you got. I mean, does she have a particular interest, perhaps?
She likes the color green.
Well, that's a great starting point.
Oh, and I'll have to get something for Hank as well, my brother.
Okay.
Because you've got to bring people back gifts when you go away.
Does he have a favourite colour?
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh my
He
God.
likes horses, though. He works in a horse selling factory.
He's a horse girl.
I'm sorry, in a
A
what?
horse selling factory.
Yeah, he sells horses.
In a
Factory?
Quite a
horses?
sticky
In a
business sometimes, you know.
Fuck me.
You know what? I don't need to know. So we're looking out for some gifts for you. One that's green and one that involves a horse.
Yeah,
Good, got it.
horse-shaped, horse-smelling, anything.
It does.
Oh. Good. Yes. Okay. Great.
Right.
Good. Perhaps a nice, stable scented candle.
That'd be amazing. Oh, he'd love that.
Oh,
What
I
do you
put
know?
eyeliner on today, you bastards.
Good. Well, yes. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, also the crew, I'm sure, will be perfectly. You know, some of them may have been there, so I'm sure they'll look after you, and you'll be fine. Don't worry.
I mean, we'll be taking the first. We'll be taking the first vessel back. To be honest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's part of the job, is heading back.
Right. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm sure you. I mean, you'd have to certainly to the others. I'm just going to say, but I'm sure you'd have to stay and at least have some food or sustenance
Well,
or something.
if the ship we're picking up hasn't come in yet, we'll have some time to ourselves.
Well, there you go. Besides, don't you have to listen to your captain? If your captain says you're staying for a little while, you have to stay, surely.
That's allegedly how it works. Yes.
Yeah,
There you go.
what Rock said. That
See,
sounds important.
You can just tell them that you're staying overnight, and then yes, that'd be perfectly pleasant.
Yeah. I mean, the overseer does kind of trump Guy's authority a little bit, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Well, I mean, what he can't oversee won't hurt him. You get it? See?
I'm gonna go over there because this conversation's hurting my head. Sorry, excuse me, guys. Rock, with that 20 that you rolled, you're kind of quite tuned into people at the moment. I think you're off the edge of checking in on Eugene, checking in on Guy. You pick up a sort of slightly weird energy off of Miskin when she comes up. She feels nervous for some reason.
Okay, I'll just keep an eye on her and see if if she gets to a point where she's just kind of hanging out somewhere, rather than actively very busy with something. Then I will approach her. But until then, I'll just kind of keep a look.
Perfect. She is carrying on with her duties. With that, I'm going to let that insight roll over as you watch it, because you're now very tuned into her. But what I will ask is, I will ask you to make a stealth check to kind of hide that you are actively watching her.
Would it be okay if Aisling did something similar? Because I feel like off the back of the bullshit she dealt with Callie, being the secret bad that she was, I feel like maybe Ashley's kind of checking on a lot of people.
I would let you, but you rolled quite low on your initial one. You
Yeah.
can do a general insight check on on the crew as a whole, but it might not
Yeah.
give you as much information as Rock, who is focused on one individual. Is that
Yeah,
right?
at some point. Yeah. Should I do that now or once Rock's done his?
You roll that whilst Rock tells me what he's got.
So did you say you wanted stealth?
A stealth check, please.
I mean, I'm not sneaking up on it.
No, you're trying to hide your intent a little bit. You're trying to look at completely natural, and that's kind of a stealth roll. So,
Or a deception roll?
I would accept deception. Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's good. I got a 26.
Oh!
You could not look any more casual if you like to. In fact, you kind of at one point you have to check yourself because you find that you're looking so relaxed and calm that you look over and Guy looks like he's trying to copy your pose.
As soon as I see that, I would immediately change my pose.
She does carry on around her job and things like that, but she keeps nervously looking to the stairs. The rest of the crew haven't picked up on this.
I'll go and stand sort of looking outwards near where she is, so that I'm kind of within sort of casual chatting distance, as if I was just looking out.
Yeah. Aisling, what did you roll in your general insight on the crew?
I only got a 10.
Okay, cool. They all seem fairly chill.
Yep.
Yeah, as chill as Callie was.
Yeah.
For those of you who do not know who Callie is,
Go watch the video.
Go and watch our YouTube exclusive episode to find out what happened to Aisling and why she's so suspicious of people right now.
It was trash.
Seamless plug. I love it.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Subtle too.
Shit went down. Eugene got to go on a cute date. And I had what I had.
I said to Chris, you did have a point. Like, Eugene went on a date, Rock went to a library. Aisling found out more than we have the rest of the entire game put together. And
Yeah,
nearly
I had an episode of NCIS.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
You all made active choices about what you wanted to do with your downtime.
Yeah.
Although Chris did point out that he thought it was particularly interesting that Eugene went on the social thing and Rock went to look at books.
That's very true. That's a very good point.
Anyway, so I'm going to just kind of stand near her and say, "Oh, do you travel with this same crew a lot, or do you work with different people?"
She nearly leaps out of her skin as you kind of.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I was looking out.
No, you're fine. I'm very distracted today.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just not feeling great. Guy's not the best ship captain. I'm feeling a bit queasy.
I thought it all felt remarkably sort of steady. Do I even need to roll an insight check on this?
You can roll an insight check. I'm not saying that she's rolled particularly well on anything else.
Okay, well that's insight 2 + 2. That's an 18.
Cool, because she rolled a 10 on her deception check. She is definitely lying. She's definitely nervous about something, and she is trying to find an excuse to get away from you.
I'm going to not let her get away from me and just kind of say, "So where are you? Where are you from? Do you?"
I'm actually I'm actually working at the moment, sir. If you don't mind, I come off shift. I will have lunch a little bit later if you want to have a chat.
I'm definitely not your type.
She looks just confused by that.
I'm only joking.
It's just.
Are you sure you're all right though? You do seem a little on edge.
And she make a persuasion check for me.
Oh yeah, come on. Oh no. 15.
15.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm really fine. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm just a little queasy. I'm not, I'll be okay. I just need to get back to my duties. Thank you so much for your concern, sir.
Yeah, of course. Well, have a nice day.
She steps away, but she does give that little glance down the stairs as she does so without meaning to.
Okay. I would like to leave her and go down the stairs.
Amazing. Are you going to let
Stealthily.
Stealthily. Are you going to let any of your friends know what you're up to?
No.
Nope. You head downstairs quietly. You can make a stealth check if you wish to.
Oh, yeah. 16.
16. You come down...
17, sorry, plus 3.
Nice. You come down into the open area below the decks and you look around. It is reasonably well lit. They actually do have a couple of ever lanterns tied to the aether currents of the ship. There are all the boxes and supplies. Nothing initially looks out of place, but you...
Is there anyone else down there?
Not at the moment. You're on a day, basically a day's flight. So the crew are going to work through, and then they'll probably rest the other side and get the other ship back.
Okay. I would like to just take some time and investigate.
Please do. Roll me an investigation check.
Come on, good rolls. 12.
12. Initially, you're kind of moving around. This is all unfamiliar to you at the moment. This is all very new, so it's hard to say if there is anything out of place or anything odd. There's loads of crates. There's barely any dust because the ship is that new. So there's nothing to really pick up on. But she was definitely looking at downstairs.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back up.
While Rock is doing this, the two of you have been left near Guy.
We've been having a thrilling time.
Is there anything you would like to talk to Guy about or each other about? At the moment?
To? Or
So, Guy, I just have a question. Is it customary to bring people gifts when you visit somewhere? Should I be getting a fridge magnet?
Well, it depends who it's for.
Well, who are you supposed to buy fridge magnets for?
Well, I think it's normal for your your partner, or maybe family members if you like your family members. Or just sometimes it's nice to get someone a gift if you care about them, because it just says, "Oh, I was thinking of you while I was off doing this thing, and I saw this thing and I thought you'd like it, so I got it for you."
Okay. Why a fridge magnet?
Oh, Gwynny loves them.
Oh,
Brenny.
okay.
God, why did I call her Gwenny? What a weird thing. That's not her name. It's Brenny. Yeah, she collects them.
Okay, so it's a specific her thing. It's not like a
yeah.
A
See, I don't travel much, so I don't normally get her the magnets. It's normally my brother Hank, because he travels a lot for the horse factory business. But I thought it'd be nice if I got her one.
Traveling horse factory.
The factory doesn't travel.
my new bag.
Okay. Right. Got it. Okay. So it doesn't have to be a magnet. It can be.
Oh no!
Okay.
You could get a little soft thing, or a postcard, or a nice figurine of some sort.
Okay. Hang on. He's gonna get out his notebook and start writing these things down.
Yeah,
Okay.
a nice pen. Some people like jewelry, is a thing, or a nice headband. Do you want me to spell headband for you?
No, that's fine. I've got it.
Got it.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay. Who do you want to buy a gift for?
Oh, just a friend, maybe.
Is it Gree?
Oh.
What?
Is it Gree? Is what his boyfriend?
What? I
Right?
don't- Well, I mean,
Right?
you are right. You are correct in the assumption that I might buy a gift for Gree, but I don't know that we're boyfriends.
Well, what else? What else would you be? You're not married.
No.
You could ask them when you give them the gift as like a declaration.
Yeah, that.
Well, ask him to be my boyfriend
Yeah.
With the gift.
Oh,
with a fridge.
I'm
magnet?
somewhat of a romantic. You might not have guessed. But I think that
how
would
did
work.
you, Guy? How did you propose to Brinny?
Oh yes,
Brenda
tell
Lynn?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
that
did
one.
I
How did you propose?
Well, it's a funny story.
Is it?
Yeah, so we were at home and just having a regular evening, and we were eating some gummy sweets, and I dropped a load on the floor because I'm not always very dexterous, and I bent down to pick them up, and Gwenny turned around and saw that I was on one knee, and she went, "Oh my God, Captain, are you really doing this?" And I thought, shit.
She calls you captain.
Sometimes.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to carry on.
And then I was like, well, I guess I am doing this now. So I got out one of the gummy rings and tried to make it a cute joke, and she loved it.
So it was an accident.
I mean, was it accident or was it fate? Because to me, it felt like fate.
Oh, I really want to break him. Please, just a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I'll shut.
No, not you. No, not you. Sorry, I've got a thing. Don't worry about it. Whenever I do a weird thing, it's because I'm talking to. It's fine.
It's
Oh, me too.
complicated.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you got a demon in your brain as well?
Oh, you call yours a demon? Oh, all right. Mine's just,
Wait,
you know.
what's yours?
Well, you know, like your voice in your head.
Oh, mate, are you thinking of thoughts?
Yeah. Is that not what?
Hey,
you're
yeah, no, that's
talking-
different. That's different. That's
Oh,
I'm pretty sure everyone has that.
right. See, some people think that I don't have them, and I have to really persuade them that I do. So I thought it was just like not a normal thing.
So, Eugene, you're at disadvantage for your next intelligence check after that conversation.
Oh my god.
It's about this time that Rock sort of reappears at the on deck, looking a little perturbed, I would say, at this point.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Captain, do you know
Yes.
Miss Miskin? Is it Miskin, the deckhand?
Miskin. Yes,
Yes.
she's the deckhand.
Yes. Do you know her well?
Her name is Miskin, and she handles the deck. And she's quite quiet. Generally.
Have you ever met her before today?
Yes.
Yesterday?
When did I first meet Miskin? That's a fun tale. When did I? I must have met Miskin.
I think Guy met Miskin on the event where he drove back into other ships over. She was actually very nice about it all and was one of the few people who commiserated him for what happened.
But no wonder she's fucking
Oh.
nervous.
Yeah, Miss King is she's very nice. You know, it's not always easy selling ships and stuff and driving them, but she's very understanding. I've known her a long time, and she's a really nice girl.
Oh.
Okay. You're very, very close then?
Oh, not really.
Oh. Okay.
I wouldn't buy her a fridge magnet. I don't know what you're insinuating, but I don't like it.
What? No, I was just look. Oh God. Do you know if she seems a bit nervous today? Do you know why? Is it just the first flight and the ship jitters or something?
You can make another insight check with advantage if you want, Captain. Now that Rock is
Me?
pointing something out. Yeah.
Ooh, let's do that with advantage. What an exciting time. That is a 19.
Is that the first time Captain Guy Captain's ever rolled with advantage? I'm sure it's not, but...
Aww.
Oh, bless his heart.
That's the first time anyone's allowed.
I'm sure
him
Josh allowed him to roll with advantage once or twice.
Yeah, there might have been a little chaos sometimes, you know. Yeah, 19.
19. So, yeah, she's definitely nervous, and she's trying to cover it up, but not as well as she thinks she is. And she keeps looking back towards the stairs to the hold, and towards the main access to the hold as well. And every time somebody talks to her, she kind of finds an excuse to kind of walk away from them as quick as possible. It's almost like she's slightly guilty of something. But
Right. I would know what was in the hold, wouldn't I?
I mean, yeah, you oversaw what supplies were needed, and
I was going to say, well, you are the captain, but I'm not sure that really counts for much. To be honest.
well, basically, you were doing the full thing, and Eowyn basically gave you a list of things to sign off on eventually after that conversation went about as well as any conversation with Eowyn goes for you.
Sure. So there's nothing of is there anything of super importance in the hold or anything?
Just supplies.
Kind of.
Enough to get these guys, once you get pass them over, they've got enough food for a week so they can feed a full complement and themselves, just to get them started on their mission. There's a couple of healing potions thrown in at the insistence of Her Ladyship Sothis.
Who knows what they're like?
Just mostly rudimentary supplies and things like that, just to kind of keep them afloat. Stuff that your adventuring friends would need.
Okay.
You can go and have a look. The ship is able. Somebody else can take over the ship. Now Eowyn is fine for flying the ship. You can step away from the wheel and go and have a look with Rock if you want to.
Yeah, Captain would just be like, oh, she does seem a bit weird. And she keeps looking at the hold, but I feel like all that's in there is food.
Yeah, I did notice that. Eugene and Aisling, would you keep an eye on Miss Kitten? She seems very nervous and keeps looking as if she's waiting for something to happen. Or I'm just, Captain, would you mind just having a look in the hold with me in case there's anything that you notice is sort of that shouldn't be there or is missing, or perhaps looks like something you are unaware of. Thank you. We'll be back in a second. I'll let you know if I find anything. I'll just message you.
As these two step away for a second, Aisling, you hear a cracking sound from below deck. Shit. And a buzzing starts to resonate beneath you. And I think because you have the highest passive perception of our immediate friends, and yeah, that does not sound good.
Oh, pals, right, Rock, hold on, don't go anywhere.
What?
Anyone else hear that?
But I can hear the creaking of the ship. But
No. There was a different sound. You know when you're used to a sound and then the sound changes ever so slightly, and then it's a different sound and it gets you worried about the sound.
Oh yeah.
It's about.
So
See, right, you get it.
So you heard a noise.
It is about
Yeah, but
this
it's like a
time
bad one.
that the rest of you start hearing this buzzing and this furious sound.
Captain, is this normal?
Is it normal?
No, it's definitely not normal. Neither are the huge groups of glowing bees that launch out of the hold.
No!
Ship bees really called it.
Oh, guys, this is
No.
bad news. I forgot my EpiPen. We're gonna have a problem. This is...
Well, you should take that everywhere.
I know, but I didn't write it on
You're
my
the
arm, so
captain
now
of
I've
the
forgotten
ship.
it. I know.
Wait, what? Well, then hide somewhere. Get in a barrel or something. You can't get stung. Who's going to... Oh, my God, just hide, for God's sake.
What?
I
It's
would
fine.
like
I'm the captain.
everybody to roll initiative.
My
for me.
God.
Not the bees.
Fucking
Oh,
bees.
bees.
Rooney, you brought this
Rooney.
into existence.
God.
Dear.
Why
Bear
you
with
do
me
this?
1 second. Would you like to drag yourselves... Guy, you're already on there. Would you, the rest of you, like to drag yourselves onto the map?
Well, we were kind of near Guy, weren't we? 'Cause
Yeah,
talking
we were next to
before.
Guy.
You watch in horror as these 5 swarms of these glowing, like sparking bees appear outside the ship.
Fuck's sake.
We will take them to there.
No, they're too big.
no.
I don't like them. No,
They're very big.
they're too big.
Guys, I wasted one of my 4th level spell slots beating Ashling to the room.
That was 4th level? That was 4th.
Yeah.
Mate.
Oh dear. Cool. Where are we? We are on objects and tokens. Excellent.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
So I will ask. Right, so the bees. What do the bees go on, Chris? The bees will go on. So just going to show these to you.
Oh, that's a lot of bees.
No,
many
don't show them
bees.
to me.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, they're very pretty.
I mean, I do get you pretty monsters to fight. I try to keep the aesthetics going, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Boy.
Bees, though.
So these are, I think, Eugene, you might recognise them. These are known as spark swarms. They are notorious for feeding on magic.
We use that.
Yes. Also, so does the big old ship you're on at the moment.
Yeah, I don't want it to steal our siphon our petrol magic.
Cool. So,
So did they do we know? Did they come from inside the ship? Or
they came from
okay.
inside the ship. Definitely came and spread out very quickly.
Did they walk up the stairs?
Yeah, just calmly like this. Hi.
Sassy bees.
Were you looking for this? Cool. They will go on a 13. If I could have, let's start with Aisling.
17.
17. Nice. Eugene.
7.
7. Awesome. The crew will go on a 10. Rock.
15.
Cool. And Guy.
11.
11. In between the bees and the crew. That's where a
Perfect,
that's where a
perfect place to
captain
be.
should be.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, top of the round, Aisling, you are up. These things look mean, and there's lots of them. And I'm just going to find some battle music for us.
No, something calm will be better.
Cool.
Yeah.
Folkvager is then.
Or just what's that song that's like the Flight of the Bumblebee?
God,
I'm induced.
Yes.
Do not do it.
If I had
Real
it,
quick, get the license for that, and then we'll have
if
that.
I had it, I would totally do that.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's in common to the license now.
Oh, is it public domain now?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sure it is.
Probably.
He's
Must
been
be.
dead a long time.
Awesome. So,
Oh,
Aisling,
boy.
you have 5 swarms of bee. It is important to note that your crew are still on deck. They
Oh,
do
no-
look like they
no
can
fireball.
handle themselves a little bit, but they are by no means heroes.
Okay. How? From what Aisling was told earlier, how useful have I worked out the ballistas to be at this point?
Well, apart from the fact that they don't really turn into the ship itself,
Yeah.
probably not. Anything in front of the ballistas might take some damage if you shot it.
Okay. All right. In
But
that case,
they're
I will.
small and fast, so it might be difficult.
Yeah, I will stick with just staying normie then, and I will. First of all, I'll stay where I am, and I'm gonna hex this one who's closest to me
Awesome. Yeah, perfect choice.
as a cheeky bonus, and then
Have yourself a cheeky X, love.
cheeky little X, and then I will blaze. I'm a blaze.
Blaze
Just for a
it.
change. Just
Awesome.
for a change.
Yeah. Roll me your attacks.
Okie doke. First one was a nat 20.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Amazing.
We do crunchy quit. So you keep the number off the. You get a 10 for the first roll and roll your dice again for the additional damage.
Is it a 10 plus 2 because I'm agonizing?
And you're agonizing, yeah.
Okay, so 12 for the first one. And that's a 12 on the second one as well.
No,
wait.
so you only
Just
had
a
you
10.
added 2 once. So you rolled a second 10. So that's 22 damage.
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow.
One.
Straight out the gate, 22 damage. I love it.
Nice.
Just one blast. I got
And
a second
that
one.
was just your first blast. Yes. That's cool.
I better
Oh,
look
boy.
thinned out.
Yeah. In fact, that one. Oh, did you roll your necrotic damage for that as well?
Oh yeah, shit, because I hexed them as well, didn't I?
Yeah, and you get this additional 6 as well for that.
Ooh.
Okay, let's roll a quick
Oh,
6.
so how many dice do you roll for your 4th level hex?
My 4th level hex is just.
Is it range or?
Actually, I only have hex at. Oh no, I do have it at 4th level. I'm chatting shit. It's still just 1d6.
Still response 6. So you roll that. So you get 6, and then just roll an additional 6 on top of that.
Okay. That was a 2 for the second.
2 for the second, so that's an additional 8 damage.
30 points of damage.
30 points
It's just
of
one blast!
damage.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And yeah, that swarm massively diminished.
Oh, nice.
I'm just going to. Rock just sort of sees this and is just going to turn to Eugene and just go, is it by imagination or has she got stronger?
Second attack, please.
Okay.
Ah.
Yep.
When warlocks crit, it gets nasty. It really
That
does.
was juicy. What is that? That is a 19 to hit.
That will also hit.
Okay, so that is 9 for the blast damage and 3 necrotic.
So these 2 blasts. The first one is absolutely humongous. It's big. It's probably one of the biggest things that you've seen Aisling.
I think it makes me jump a little bit as
Yeah.
well. Like, whoa,
And
Jesus.
there is literally half of this swarm left, and then the second one comes round. Did you roll your additional damage, your d6 as well for that one?
Yeah. There was
Yeah.
3 necrotic and
Cool.
I think it was 9. Yeah, 9 blasting.
9, so another 12 damage. When the second blast comes round, there is nothing left of these bees.
Nice.
Is there any? Do you want to move at all?
No, I think she's kind of frozen in place. Like, oh, you guys saw that, right?
Yes, you singed
Yeah.
me.
That was good. I think in my head I will just like mentally high five Alabama.
Mentally high five.
Amazing. Cool. I'm just going to make a note of the fact you've got a natural 20.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up is Rock.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I am going to move. In fact, I'm going to move down here to the right and get close to the swarm. And as I run, I'm just going to yell towards the crew in general and just going to go, right, is this normal? Were these in the hold? And I am going to, as my action, I'm going to use my my breath weapon.
Awesome.
So I am going to use. I think I'll probably stick to my usual, my psychic damage, and I will literally just I take a deep breath, and there's just a kind of almost a roar of sound. And these waves of psychic energy kind of pound into the swarm.
Amazing. Yep. They have to dodge, don't they? So dexterity
Correct.
saving throw.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's a 16.
Yeah. So they definitely succeed.
They take
And
half
so
damage.
they take half. So. D8. Where am I? D8. There we go. Ooh. So it's 7 damage.
7 damage. Nice.
Yeah. And then as my bonus action, I am going to draw my rapier and throw it towards the swarm
Cool.
and have it attack.
Awesome. I'm just going to put this so that you can control it. At some point, I really do need to sort out your spiritual weapon. Your magical weapon.
I can't control it at the moment.
Give me 1 second. I need to find you on the drop-down list.
There we go. I'm the green one.
There you go. You should be able to control that now.
Cool. So I'm going to use the rapier, literally kind of pull it out and in one move throw it, in one very, very swashbuckling move, throw it towards the swarm. And then as it enters the swarm, it's going to attack. But because they're all tiny little things, it basically looks like a scared middle-aged woman trying to swat a wasp. It's just lots of kind of like... so the attack is... 18 to hit.
18 will hit, yes.
All right. And that will be... 10 points of damage.
Nice. You see it kind of actually in its absolute flurry of movement. It does seem to take out a few of the bugs, though not as many as you expect because they're all small and darting around. It's a bit difficult for them to hit.
Did it look like the psychic damage did anything to it?
Oh yeah, that seems to have done quite a lot.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Okay.
He's gonna need therapy.
All this time talking about dungeon bees, and here they are.
I know. God damn it.
Although you probably do get to have a I'm vindicated moment.
Yeah,
See?
that's a good point. Can I have a real quick favoured prey kind of ranger bullshit on these guys?
Afraid not, because you didn't
Damn
choose
it.
ranger.
Damn it.
So, the first of these will zoom across here, swarming through the space that Rock is standing. I would like you... No. Actually, no, it won't go that far across. It is drawn to Rock, but it kind of positions itself so it's like you see. Watch some of these bees start landing on the sword and seem to be trying to draw its magical energy out. And a lot of the others come over towards you.
Ah! Now Rock's doing middle-aged woman trying to swat a wasp.
It's in my hair.
It's in my hair.
And they will make an attack against you.
No.
Yeah, it's
That doesn't sound right.
17 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so you watch as these things burst in light. You take, 13 radiant damage
Ouch.
and 13 fire damage. 26 in
Yikes.
total.
Yikes! Oh, these are powerful bees.
And you guys watch as several of these bees sting Rock with his sparking little explosions, and trying to latch onto like his talk and like his horn, and they just seem to start drawing out, trying to draw out magic from him and his person. The second one will, looking at this, kind of floats here. And starts attacking the deck, trying to draw out the magic in the sigil in the middle. It's this point that you kind of notice the ether crystals. They don't dim too much, but you do notice there's kind of a slight fluctuation for a second.
Oh God, I'm so glad I have Featherfall.
You're out over the sky shield at the moment, so it may not be that useful.
Well.
Just fall slowly and bounce on it.
Yeah, it'll give me some comfort, you know.
This one will come here.
Uh-oh.
And will make an attack against Aisling.
Why?
You're big and strong and scary.
Why do you think? What's the current theme been so far?
Anything.
That is a 15 to hit.
Ha! Doesn't hit.
Oh, nice. Cool. Yep. Cool. The last one will go and latch on to this area here and is trying to draw out from the aether crystal. Again, you see things start to kind of jam just a little bit. They seem to be feeding quite fast. Next on my list, the crew. Before anything, you watch. Oh no, you are right. Of course, Captain goes before the crew. I apologise.
Oh my God, it's almost like you didn't notice he was there. Did you forget Captain was there?
No.
How would that ever happen?
Little bit. Please, Captain.
Alicia's just so method.
Thank you. If I were to move down here, can I still attack all the buzzy bees, like
can
around Aisling?
move-
Because they take up a big.
Yeah, you can move through that space. You would be
Won't be
touching
pleasant.
it because you can't help it, so you will take a little bit of damage.
But can I just go nearer? Would I be able to hit them from this spot? The
Oh yeah,
bees?
yeah, absolutely. The bees, if you
Yeah, that's fine.
In terms of engagement and stuff like that, you can still attack the bees from there.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm just gonna take a step forward, and I'm gonna whip out my rapier and try and stab
Just
some
over my
bees.
head, like.
Please stab away.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Nice.
Are you? So you've also got allies in
Yes,
the
I
bees, so you can
I
use
do.
your full damage.
I rolled max on the d8, so that's 12
Yes.
plus an extra 3, 8.
8. So 20
That's an extra 8, so 20.
Hell yeah.
with aplomb and skill that you haven't attributed to Captain. He whips out a rapier and stabs several bees very, very quickly.
Several individual bees.
A kebab of bees along your thing.
I love
Like
that.
you guys have seen enough people, experts in action to know somebody who's trained at making precise strikes. That's interesting.
Ooh.
And I'm going to try and stab him again.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, for a 26 to hit.
Definitely hit, because that's not a natural 20.
No, it's a 19.
nice.
So
Okay,
close. That's a 2 on the dice. That's a 6 damage.
6 damage, awesome. It is still very difficult to get hold of them because they are such a milling group, but you are taking down a few, just not quite as much damage as you would have hoped. But it's still working. You are still hitting them.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
Stab
And
those
then,
bees.
5. Ooh. 10, 20. Yeah, and then with my bonus action, he's just gonna like start kicking some.
Yeah.
Because you know that
With a
seems
high
like
kick?
a sensible thing to do in this situation.
I'm just gonna spin my
Um,
arms round like this.
That's what you're
Yeah.
thinking is going to happen. However, Alisha, can you describe what it actually looks like?
What it actually looks like. I mean, just very deftly just like whips a leg up like around Aisling and just very well, it hopes to try and kick some of these bees. That is,
Done with
That is the
skill and
goal.
aplomb. And what did you roll?
yeah. A surprisingly high kick. Sorry, I got distracted.
No,
That
it's
is
right.
a 17.
17 will hit.
Nice. I've just realised I forgot to do a thing I was going to do, but that's fine.
That's right.
What was
Save
my
it for
damage
next
for that? One of these. Yeah. Oh, max damage. That's 10.
10
Hell
damage.
Kick
Amazing.
those bees.
Again, like,
Just boot some bees past your face.
Can.
Just-
I'm sorry, this is such a perfect combination for some other heroes. It's like, look, a swarm of bees. How should we attack it? I shall kick
it.
them.
It's the only
It's
sensible
spot on.
choice, right?
It's
Yeah.
the most efficient, obviously,
Yeah.
to attack
Yeah.
bees with kicking.
this amazing
Yes.
level of precision whips a foot around top of Ashling's head, taking down several of these bees the same way.
Impaled
just
on
kick a bee.
pointy shoe.
Yeah,
Did you
you
just
just gotta.
kick-
Yeah, it's the only language they understand.
Kicking.
Pretty sure kicking is not a language.
Ah,
Let
you've
me
not
just check.
spoken to the
I
bees.
read all
that I've-
languages. Let me just check.
You can't read kicking.
Do you know what? I think they got the message, though.
Excellent. That is so good.
Do the bees like fall to the deck or do they disappear?
Yeah, they kind of just disappear into this kind of like crumble into ash as they fall.
I was
burning up
picturing
in
like
themselves.
tons of like dead little flies on the deck.
That'd be really sad.
kind of curled up like this.
Oh no!
Excellent. Do you want to finish your movement at all, Captain?
Yeah. Can I get round Ashlyn?
I think you can, yeah,
Great.
because you can just run along the rail.
You can just kick
I'm
your way
just
through.
I'm just gonna go round, so I'm not gonna leave the bees' range. I'm just gonna
Nice.
like get myself on the middle of the boat.
Nice. That is brilliant. Okay, what does happen though, because you use your physical body to touch them,
Yeah.
you do take 2 points of fire damage and 1 point of radiant damage.
Oh, my poor boots.
Oh no!
3.
These boots were made
Okay.
for kicking.
Amazing. It is now the crew's turn. This young lady will run up, pulls out. Oh no, she's going to stay from where she is. She pulls out flintlock, takes aim, and fires.
Of course, she's got a flintlock.
Oh no! The flintlock backfires and breaks. She rolled a natural one.
No.
She
Is
gets-
that a gun? Sorry, is that what a flintlock is?
yeah, it's a pirate. You
It's
know
one of them
those
piratey guns,
piratey
you know.
guns.
Yeah, pirate handgun.
Okay.
So you kind of watch it. She pulls it out, and you hear, tss, and it goes, and literally the barrel just goes, and she has to drop it, and she takes some damage from herself. And she's nursing her hand.
No!
Oh no!
Bad first move, crew. You shot yourself.
It is the danger of using powder-based guns.
Oh,
It's one of the reasons Rock very quickly turned to a magic one.
smart.
The first mate pulls out a hatchet and managed to hack some into some of the bees down.
He's like a ninja.
What an elegant weapon. I love that.
Just
A hatchet.
Just a hatchet. The dwarf nearest to you kind of pulls out a small wand with a blue crystal and fires it forward.
Oh, don't do that.
Casts what you
Oh, yeah.
recognise as. Sorry, my brain just went flat.
It's fine. Brains are overrated.
Brains are overrated.
They
Chill touch.
Nice.
Does hit. Does do some damage.
Yeah. Get him.
This one kind of moves over to help her friend out, who she sees has injured herself with a gun. Miskin, standing next to Rock, just says, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry," and charges towards the stairs. You are muted.
Can I try and grab her?
She was not in range.
As a reaction?
No, she's out of range, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was a wee bit.
That's fine.
Just check.
Shit.
Oh no, she's kind of. Yeah, you can make an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, as a
try and
reaction, I'm
grapple
just
her.
going to try. I want to literally just try and like grab her so she doesn't run. What am I rolling? Sorry.
It's a grapple check, so roll your strength versus hers.
I'd rather I didn't really. That would be a 15.
15 does not beat hers, I'm afraid. She
No, we
does.
are not a swole group.
She charges straight towards the stairs, looking terrified, actually.
So she should.
Miskin, what's happening?
She's going to be even more terrified soon.
Dear. That will make it Eugene!
Hey.
Thank you for waiting.
Go, Eugene, go!
You can just get rid of the rest of them for us, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can just
if
sort of
Eugene-
hide
Well,
the note.
you
If
told
Eugene's
me no
hand-
fireballs. So...
I was just going to say, if Eugene's hand flinches, Rock's
Yeah.
just going to yell, "No fireballs!"
Nope. We are all in range.
The ship's still in warranty!
Yeah.
I am not dying with this guy on board.
Eugene is going to, seeing the one that's like feeding on the aether crystal that is like keeping the ship afloat.
Sorry, excuse me.
I think that's going to be his priority. So he's going to move here. I'm guessing
Oh,
that
it reminds
they
me,
will attack me.
at the beginning of your go, you do take 3 fire damage and 1 radiant damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because they're up in your grill.
And they will happily take an attack of opportunity as you leave.
Yeah.
Because you don't do that to me very often. It's awful, though. They only get an 11.
Perfect.
Well, lucky my armor class is 12, so that does not hit.
Amazing. I think
It's 12!
Yeah.
So squishy.
Very squishy wizard.
Such a squishy wizard. Haven't you got any sort of armament from those special items that we got?
I have not attuned to my barrier tattoo yet,
That's right. Okay, shit.
but I think that only gives me a +2 anyway. Anyway, when I'm here, I'm gonna do a 3rd level Thunder Wave, please.
Hey,
Nice.
treat yourself.
So I need a con save.
Of course, I have no problem
DC
with
16 now.
that. DC 6. Ooh, look at Eugene with the magic muscle. That is what is their con? New creatures. Who dis? A grand total of 6.
Oh,
Cool.
so powerful.
So that is 18 thunder damage, and they are pushed 10 feet away from me.
18,
That's
you say?
awesome.
Come on, roll 20. Just work with me, please. Thank you. And they are much diminished.
Yay!
And 10 feet away.
Nice. Good job.
Oh yeah, and 10 feet away.
Wait,
Bye.
are they smaller or are they just further away?
No, there's less of them.
This cow is very far away.
Wait, they're
This
both?
bee is-
No, I'm really confused.
That cloud over there is far away. That is just less bees than you were dealing with before.
That one is both. What? Okay.
Cool. That will make it. Sorry, is there anything else you wanted to do with your turn, Eugene? You don't move at all.
I don't move.
You don't move with that.
As a person, no.
You don't move at all, do you?
Sorry,
No, I'm happy there.
you are happy there. You're like,
Yeah.
come at me, bro.
Kinda.
Amazing. That is top of the round. Aisling, you at the beginning of your go, you take 4 fire damage and 4 radiant damage from the stings of these bugs.
Scoozy. Fucking rude. Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action first to move the hex from the one I killed in my last turn to the one that's up in my face.
The one that's stinging you presently. Yep, no problem.
Yeah, and then because they're right up in my grill. Is it any ranged attack that I have disadvantage on if they're here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You can actively move. It has used its reaction to try and attack Eugene.
Oh,
Just
was
Chris
that
above
its
the
reaction?
table. Yeah.
Okay,
So you can get away without being attacked.
nice one. All right, in that case, I'm gonna give myself a wee bit of space then and move. I'm not gonna go in the middle of that bullshit, so I'm gonna go up here.
Ashling's in charge of the ship now.
Yeah!
Oh lord, we're doomed.
All right, and then because that one's hex now, I'ma blast it as tradition dictates. Okay. Ooh, that's a 25 to hit.
25 will indeed hit.
Really?
Yes.
Come on, Aisling.
All right. Okay.
26
that's,
won't because that's just rude. 25 is okay. I accept that.
That's very reasonable of you. No problem. That was only 3 on the blast and damage. Oh shit! And just 1 on the necrotic damage.
It's still damage, and you do have
Okay.
your
Yeah.
second.
And you've got
I
your
do.
two for your hex.
Yeah, I rolled that. Yeah, it's necrotic damage.
Oh, and
I
you
rolled
only got 1 on your die. Oh no.
Yeah.
However, it is enough to kind of wipe enough of these out to be considered a small swarm now.
Decent.
Nice.
Okay. I got 23 to hit on the second one.
23 hits indeed. As I say, it's below
Nice.
25. Seems fine.
Cool.
Makes total sense.
Got 4 blast damage and 5 necrotic damage.
Awesome. So that's 9 plus 2 for agonizing. 11 damage.
Yeah.
It is looking like there's only a few of these bees left here.
Good. Bastards. I want these bees to go extinct. The other ones can stay.
Hedge, we're very nearly not.
We are likely to overrun a little bit today just so we can get through this combat, but
Oh, I didn't even notice it was 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sorry,
man.
Boba. You just gotta
Bees.
wait a minute.
yeah.
Bees.
Happened.
I think my cat's okay for a bit.
Oh, bless
Oh,
him.
look at that.
Hi, bud.
Yeah, mine's
However-
lying giving me a stink face. Can you see her in the back there?
Mhm.
I'm getting looked at
Yeah.
through the window.
Oh yeah, we'll all get
Yeah, mine's
there.
next to me, just giving me more attention, which means, hey, is it food time yet?
I love you. I love you. Feed me.
Don't forget about me.
Ruck,
Yes.
what would you like to do about this situation?
It's not too late to grab an umbrella and just jump, you know. It's
Well, except for the
Yeah,
umbrellas
so-
are downstairs, which is, a stupid place for them to be.
You should have brought a little fold-up one with
Where
you.
else would you put the umbrellas for falling but under the deck?
Oh my
Once again, Captain Guy Captain's forethought just steals the show. So I am going to. Okay, so as my bonus action, I'm going to use my rapier, which is right there again, and
Sure.
it will move into or near to the swarm and will attack them.
Oh, which reminds
So-
me, at the beginning of your go, you take 3 fire damage and 1 radiant damage.
Wow. Okay. This is so embarrassing. What am I doing? Oh, my rapier. Yeah, so. No, that's a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Right.
It just swings through and the bees just kind of...
They're so little.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's so few of them left now compared to when it started. It's much harder to hit them.
So
Oh, shit.
No,
I am going to,
that's me describing rather than...
Oh.
as my action, the one that's over the sigil, the swarm that's over the sigil in the center of the ship, I need it to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Nice. It shall indeed. It shall make a Constitution saving throw of a dirty 20.
Ah. Chris,
Okay.
that's pretty rude of you.
So it is going to still take half damage as you hear a kind of starts with almost sounding like a hum in the middle of their hum, and then there's a burst of sound, and I'm going to cast Shatter right in the middle of them.
Nice.
What's the area of effect on Shatter? Just
10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. Would you like to cast it off to one side? So that you...
I've cast it slightly off to one side and up so it doesn't catch the actual deck either.
Yeah, perfect.
More.
So 7 is 10, no, 11, and 8 is 18, and 7 is 25 halved, so 12 points?
12
12
points. Thank you.
Oh,
12
yeah.
points. So 12 points of damage to that
Table
one.
there.
Awesome. So you watch as these bees kind of are blown apart and then come back together, buzzing even angrier than they were before, but several of them dropping to the floor.
Okay.
That is... Anything else? Do you want to move out of this current situation you are in?
I don't have a very high AC. Actually, I am going to try.
Is
I'm
it more
gonna-
than 12?
Yeah, I'm going to try. It is. I'm going to try and sort of move towards this one just to get out of the swarms and be between the two of them.
Awesome. They didn't roll very well. You're fine.
Oh, good. Good.
They kind of, some of them do try and sting you as you leave, but you get out okay, no problem. It is the bee's turn, however. This one that Rock was fighting kind of senses this big wave of energy behind it and zooms over here. Rock and Guy, you can both have an attack of opportunity.
What an exciting time.
You can't use your rapier, however, Rock, because it's floating behind.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Mine was a 14.
14
Which I see
doesn't
then.
hit, I'm afraid.
Can I take any attack on it?
Yeah, you can actually use your breath weapon as an attack.
Can I use my pistol?
You can use your pistol, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Well,
okay
then
with
it's a 21 to hit.
Awesome, that definitely hits.
Nice.
Cool, and then that's a D10 plus. Where am I? D10 plus 3. Is that a D10? Yes, it is. Okay. 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 points of damage.
11 points
Yeah.
of damage. Also,
Nice.
your pistol is magical by nature.
Correct.
So
It is.
Whoa.
the artificial
Yeah.
bullet it creates seems to strike true, taking down this big hole through the middle of the swarm, which they kind of cluster up again to kind of contain. But it does mean that this swarm is now small. I'm gonna move it up. It is around Eugene at the moment, which is trying to suck all the magical energy from this big burst of that it just sensed.
Okay.
That is a 18 to hit.
Me?
Yeah. It's technically the bee's turn, you know.
Oh boy.
Does it hit?
Oh, geez.
As discussed, my AC is 12.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know whether you had anything up your sleeve.
As previously informed.
So you take 8
Even with
radiant
shield.
damage
Me?
and 7 fire damage.
Rude.
Eugene, dear, your hat's on fire.
Not the hat! Not the hat!
Oh, save the hat.
This one in the middle is going to carry on feeding because it has the best meal. This
Nom,
one
nom,
is
nom.
charge at Aisling, and
I
this
don't like
one
that they're
Hey.
feeding.
is
No.
charging back at the big ball of energy that was just charged at it. Sorry, Eugene. Aisling, that is a 14 to hit.
Ha! Nope.
Nope. Excellent. And Eugene, that is an 11 to hit.
Does not hit!
Yay! Finally, something
11 is
doesn't
less
hit
than 12.
Eugene.
Incredible. That kind of makes sense. Captain, save your ship.
Captain! Yeah, I hate that these bees is feeding. That terminology makes me feel a bit unwell.
Yeah.
Captain is gonna charge forwards. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. That's the one I need. It's
Oh,
gonna
we might
charge
as well do
Me,
forward
that.
Captain.
down
Okay.
here.
Save me, Captain.
And he's gonna try and stab the big thing.
The big thing.
The big thing. Oh, that is a natural 20.
Yes!
And I've got
Yeah!
allies within range.
Go, Captain, go!
So,
Fuck you do crunchy crits.
How do you
Sorry,
do
can I
crunchy-
swear? Yes.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
hope
panic
so.
We have always said that we love families and smalls, but we are adults and we use adult language.
Yeah.
On here.
I've
I'm
been a
afraid.
sweary bitch all session, so I hope.
Perfect.
we just bleep you out in post.
How dare you?
It's just one
I'm
long
Irish is how I
continuous
express
bleep.
myself.
Hey,
Every
wait, we
time
do.
Charlie
Amazing.
speaks, it's just
Right. So,
Gee.
you've got what's your sneak attack
12.
damage?
Plus 12 is 24.
24, and then roll
For
again.
like the normal damage,
For
and
normal
then I roll the
damage.
rest of it.
Oh my god.
Wow. That is a 5, a 5, and a 4. So another 14 on top of 24 is 38.
Nice.
Holy shit.
38 damage. It is not as impactful because it's all physical damage. However, it is.
That's okay.
Would you
Can it make a con save? for
It,
me?
it doesn't need. Do you want to save that because it doesn't technically need to? Says
Oh,
Chris,
really?
Just making sure you don't burn stuff you don't want to use. Because even with
Okay.
the reduced damage, you did so much. I'd like Alisha, please describe Captain's kill.
Oh.
roundhouse kick.
Think. My captain just like dives
Roundhouse.
into this swarm of bees, and it just like this majestic rapier sword dance as he's just like stabbing and slashing and spinning around. It's very cool, very deft, like a ballerina style performance.
In his
Impressive
head,
footwork. There's kicks and stuff in it. It looks majestic as fuck.
It actually does as well. It is
Wow.
this strange for the three of you. You're like, did we completely misread Guy? Is he actually very skilled and capable? Because this is brilliant. This looks like watching Skier or Zabia fight.
I'm
It's
sure
that-
Michelle's going to be chuffed that you said that.
I'm gonna say.
Watching.
Wow,
the
Captain
levels.
Guy Captain, right up there with Skier.
But that's what's so weird of it, because up to this point you were like, no, that man doesn't know the right end of a rapier, and then you're like, no, apparently not only does he know how to do it, he's really lethal with it.
That's awesome.
So
It's beautiful.
those bees
Hell
are
yeah, guy.
gone. You do have the rest of your movement and your...
Yeah. Great. So I can definitely get over to help Lil Eugene.
You can.
And I'll attack this other horde.
Go
Swarm.
for it.
Ooh. That is a 26.
A 26 will
Yeah.
hit.
So that will be... Oh, why is it on my second attack? I keep
Lethal
rolling
guy,
a 2.
lethal.
That's 6 damage
6 damage.
on the second attack. And
Yeah,
can
it's,
this little swarm make a con save?
It certainly can, yes. I don't...
Great.
They rolled a grand total of 14.
Ah, meets it so it beats it. They're fine.
Yeah, okay. No worries.
They're all good. And
What does
I
it
have a
look
bonus
like what you
action.
did? You do have a bonus action, yeah.
I do. It looked like Captain was just kind of, he stabbed him with his sword, and it's almost like there was just this extra like pulse of energy, but it just didn't quite like hit
the way you
the
wanted,
bees
yeah.
in the way that he would have wanted it to. And with my bonus action, yeah, I'm just gonna kick some more bees. 'Cause
If
it
in
feels
doubt.
like- that's a 17 to kick.
17 to kick.
17 to
Will kick.
Have a kick, will travel.
That is max damage for 10 kicking damage.
Oh,
God.
God.
Round
There
one.
are barely any of these
Jesus
bees
Christ.
left at this point.
kick the shit out of these bees.
How tall is Eugene?
He's almost 7 foot, right? No, wait. it was
What?
almost 6
No.
foot.
No.
It was almost 6
6 foot.
foot.
Almost
Fuck.
6 foot.
5'11" because
Yeah.
he's the same
Okay.
height as
He
Ashley.
hunches though.
Yeah, Captain does
Eugene
this
was
like
secretly
amazing
7
high
foot.
kick. Like when dancers like almost look like their leg goes vertical, and he just managed to like kick over your head, cracking into some bees.
All right,
Watch the hat.
Taekwondo, calm down.
Yeah, I do also have the hat on, so
It's
probably
quite
just
impressive.
over 6 foot.
Again, just this weird contrast of the man that you have spent most of your day with. The crew will go first off. The first mate, Briff, kind of looks over. Eric kind of looks over and looks directly at Guy Captain and goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And doesn't take an action because he's completely stunned by what's going on.
The stun works.
It was my plan all along.
She tends to her friend. This one is,
Yeah.
Miskin will disappear downstairs, so she's effectively off the map at the minute. I'm just going to take her off for a bit. And the dwarf will kind of pull out a big hammer, which also glows ever so slightly, but it looks like a work hammer as opposed to a combat hammer, war hammer, if you will. He does, however, successfully hit. And he does. Yep, he does some damage. There's a little bit of a spark of energy as he kind of thrusts this hammer into the swarm of bees. And he's kind of looking at Eugene and go, if you've got a bit of smell, it's a good time to use it.
I'm sorry, what?
I think he's implying that his hammer's not very effective.
I think he may have been stung in the mouth.
That will make it Eugene's go.
All right. I would just.
No fireball.
Fine. Another thunder wave. Why not?
Another thunder wave, and I think you can get both of them with that, can't you?
Yes. 15 foot cube.
Let's have. They need to do a con save.
Yes.
See if I can roll as well as I have been. I have a grand total of 8 and a grand total of 12.
Do not pass.
Yay!
You shall not pass. Ooh.
Amazing.
16, 21 points of damage and 10 feet away, please.
Eugene,
To both of them.
please describe this pair of kills.
Yes.
Eugene!
Okay, so I
did
think
it!
like he sort of takes a little, like he leans back a little bit, and like two big purple spectral hands like appear in front of him and like clap together, and then like this like kind of thunder damage, like a big wave kind of emanates out from both of them, and they just kind of get caught in this
Which-
like magical thundery
Amazing.
swarm.
And as they
Amazing.
push 10 foot away, you watch them all go pop.
Little fireworks.
Satisfying.
It's very pretty. If they hadn't all been trying to eat you and the magic that contained
the ship.
within you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant one. Top of the round,
Hell yes.
Aisling, you have some up in your grill.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm going to. Yeah, I can get away with that without hitting anyone. I'm going to use burning hands on them because that's not a ranged thing. So
Nice.
hopefully that's fine, right?
Nice.
It's a dex save from them, isn't it? Or is it a spell attack?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, it's not bad. It's a 15. I don't
Ah,
think
damn it.
Does it beat?
Yeah.
I believe they still take half damage, though.
Yeah, they still take half. And I'm doing it at 4th level, so.
I don't think they can actively survive this.
Good, because that's. The total damage was 28, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
14.
No. Ashley, please describe how you dispatch these last swarm of bees.
Ooh. I kind of want them to get. What was I doing? Burning hands. Yeah, I kind of want them to just sort of really anticlimactically fizzle. Just like little tiny, like the ends of sparklers, just like a. Yeah.
Yes, they literally had it just enough because they would have halved the fire damage, but they had just enough to kind of go over the edge, and you kind of just watch this. They just heat up enough to go. And there's only about 5 or 6 of them left, and they just all fall to the deck and away.
Okay, good.
I
I feel like Aisling starts like stomping where they are, just in case. Like.
Leaving all of you standing around panting as the deck of the ship kind of settles. Immediately, Earwick holds up his hatchet and points it at Captain Guy Captain. Who the fuck are you? Because I've worked with Captain for at least 2 years, and he does not move like that.
Maybe I've been practicing. Ugh. Captain kind of just like sighs and looks around and like sees the crew not looking best pleased. Just like, ugh, fine. And you just see it's kind of almost like a wave across from like head to toe as the sweet, gentle Captain Guy Captain with mousy brown hair and very, very tired-looking eyes just changes into a female figure with kind of bob-length black hair that has like an oil slick tint to it, kind of sharp eyes, very like angular features, but also like broad shoulders, broad hips. Captain Guy Captain's clothes always kind of hung a bit loose on him, like he just dressed in the wrong size, and she kind of fills him out a bit more. Seems a bit taller, looks much stronger, and it's definitely not Captain Guy Captain.
What the fuck?
I think Rock is immediately just going to say, "What is going on this ship?" Also, and I'm going to point at Earwig because I don't know who the hell Captain Guy Captain is. I'm also going to point at Earwig and go, "Also, this was Miskin. She's run downstairs."
He will point to the other two. Grab her. She can't go anywhere. The ship's because I've got the key to the
Small flaw in her plan. We're on a floating ship in the middle of the sky.
and they kind of nod and disappear downstairs.
Now, would someone like to explain to us, as this is our ship, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, where'd Captain Guy go?
Also, I just need to sit down for a second.
He's fine. Don't worry about him. He's back at base. Probably doing something useful.
Who's this? Who? You're very pretty. Who's this? Who are you?
Ah,
Don't
thank you.
compliment the weirdos.
But
I'm Kaja. It's nice to meet you. I've heard lots about you guys.
From who and why? What? Look, does anyone have a healing potion?
are you feeling rough?
Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll chuck Rock one of my 2 healing potions.
Thank you.
They did pack some for you specifically downstairs, you know.
Well, if you'd like to go get one, that'd be great. But right now, I'm just having a sit down, so I'll take this one.
Okay.
So there's a real tension around the ship. Miss Eowyn kind of drops his hatchet a little bit, like because he can see that she just saved people, so she clearly doesn't mean them any harm, or they don't mean any harm. And he just goes, I would quite like to know why you replaced Captain. I mean, I should have guessed because you were clearly piloting way better than he does.
Thank you. It's a new skill. I've been working on it. It's not that hard, turns out, you know?
Do you not know who she is?
Absolutely no idea, sir.
What?
Hey, I'm on your side. I'm just here as, like, you know, bonus security.
But why were you all stealthy as someone else?
Well, it just seemed easier to slot in. You know, sometimes the best security is security you don't know that's there. And, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't explain who sent you.
Look, I've had a very rough, trying day. This is between B's conversation with whoever that person was you were pretending to be, and being on a floating ship that is apparently at the danger of being sucked dry by bees. Would you tell us where you're from, who sent you, why you're here?
Well, I'm here for you, my darling. Sabina sends her regards.
The name Sabina written dances in the wind, underpinning the fact that courtesans appear to be involved in your business once again. And that is a perfect place for us to finish today.
Amazing.
I trusted you, Captain Guy Captain. We talked about the fridge magnets. I thought we were connecting.
You know what? What I will say is that Captain Guy Captain definitely has a journal on him at all times. So it was a real easy job for Kaja to just read all of that. That is all genuine CGC. She is good at her job. She's seen the list of gift ideas. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Some Other Heroes, Kaja.
Welcome.
I told Wayne earlier that Alisha wasn't definitely and emphatically not playing Captain
You
Guy
did
Captain.
say that.
Yeah, was not alive.
You did say that. Yeah.
It's true.
Shit. That was quite an entrance.
I know, right?
Thank you. I'm so
brilliant.
excited.
That was so
We
good.
will find out more about Kaja and her links to the courtesans next episode. For those of you who are new, the courtesans are a group of spies, rogues, and courtly people who keep an eye on the state of the world in the Empire and try and make sure that someone is standing up for the little man. Sometimes by less than honest means. But we'll find out more about that when we talk to Kaja next week. Guys, this has been absolutely fantastic. I've enjoyed. I honestly, my face hurts from the amount I laughed.
That was brilliant.
Mine too. Holy shit.
Thank you for agreeing to bring Captain Guy Captain into our world.
Thank you for having him. He's a joy.
Did we have to pay for a license for him, or did we just get him?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I'll
they
invoice
literally.
you. It's fine.
No, I mean,
Okay, cool.
Josh literally shoved him into my hands and said, "Take him, go."
Please, for the love of God.
You're it.
Yeah, it's your turn to babysit.
Yeah,
Actually.
your turn. Yeah. At some point, I'm going to drop him into Lydia's bag when she's not looking, and then it won't be my problem anymore.
Yeah, brilliant. Perfect.
Lovely people, we have been Some Other Heroes. I am going to let our guests tell you where she can be found on the internet and what she has coming up that you can get involved with.
Cool. So I'm from the podcast Dice and a Slice, DICENASALICE. It's a homebrew game. It's like pirates, and it's a good fun time with lots of god shit happening, and it's great, and you should come listen to it. You can find me on Twitter at Alisha. That's Alisha with an L and then 3 A's at the end. I would type it in, but I'm lazy.
But it is just below you, so they can type it in themselves.
Oh, great. Perfect. That's where you can find me. And if you're local to Norfolk, weird plug, I'm in a show that is a parody musical of Die Hard called Yippee-Ki-Yay that is going up in January next year. So if you're local to East Anglia and you want to come see the Die Hard musical, you should come do that thing.
Hell yeah.
That's it. That's all my plugs.
Yeah, I'm massively excited about that. Like, there's so many amazing people that I love in that show, and it's going to be wonderful to see you all wreck the best way, the best Christmas film ever made, bar Gremlins. Wayne, could you please go next?
Sure. Thanks, everybody. As always, thank you so much for joining us. It really does mean the world to us, and it's lovely to have you guys here with us. My name is Wayne Fick, and you can find me on most of the socials at WayneFick01. So please do give me a follow, drop me a line, say hi. I'm always happy to chat to people on social that I know, and new people that I would like to know. So, and thanks again for joining us.
Theo, would you like to go next, please?
Hello, I have been and
Hello.
will continue to be Theo, hopefully. You can find my work and stuff at theoblueillustration.com. There is links to my social media on there and my shop. And if you wish, you can come see me in real life at the end of the month at MCM Comic Con in London. And I believe you may also find a certain feline trickster there.
What?
Hell yeah.
No way, man.
So you can see both of us at the same time in the same place.
Two
Very
famouses.
Oh, I don't
in
know
one
if people
go.
can handle that much loveliness.
Yeah.
Well, if you think you can handle it, then you know where to find us.
If you're not a coward, then
Yeah.
go find me.
I love the fact that Charlie always puts it as a challenge. Charlie, okay, what have you got coming up, and where can people find you?
You can find my stuff at charlievince.com, Charlie spelt without an E, and all my socials and shop and whatnot are all on there. That was the last day of Open Studios today, so tough luck, you missed out. If you didn't already come say hi, you missed out on some cool artwork and petting my dog, so...
No.
That's right, we get to pet her on request, so...
Yeah, that's true. These guys have her on tap. So, apart from that, I'm going to be reopening the Pigeon clothing shop soon because that was temporarily closed while Open Studios was going because all the stuff was there. So keep an eye out for that reopening. And that's about it, I think. Thank you very much for watching. It was really, really, really fun. Alisha, you've been so much fun to play with. Oh my God. And
Thank you all so much for having me.
it's been amazing. And I'm so excited for next week. And
Yeah, me
also,
too.
hi, Mum. Love you, Mum.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
We love you more.
Bye.
Awesome. That just leaves me. I am Chris Mepham. You can find all my social details, chrismepham.com/links, which not only contains all the bits and pieces you can find me on, but also some other heroes bits and pieces. All in one smart, sensible place. We actually now have a Ko-Fi or a Ko-Fi or a coffee, depending on what you...
Can confirm it's Kofi.
Oh, it's Ko-Fi.
Having spoken to someone who works at Kofi, it's Kofi.
Right.
Amazing.
I've been calling it Ko-Fi for the longest time.
I mean, I'd call it coffee, but, you know.
I called it coffee. Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, I know.
I like
Are you a
coffee.
coffee?
If you like this show, if you like what we do, and you would like to support us,
You better do.
We would absolutely adore it if you would do so.
Charlie woke up and chose confrontation today.
Yeah.
If anything you can afford in time and things like it, this is a labor of love, and we will definitely continue doing it. But it just helps us kind of buy resources and eventually, hopefully, just buy some nice things for the wonderful people who come and help and
Like
spend
food
our
and
time.
heating.
Food and heating. But
Some of the luxuries in life.
but if you cannot afford to do that, do not feel bad about that. It is fine. If you can do us a favour in another way. If there is somebody in your life who you think, hey, they need a little bit more D&D chaos, I know the stream for them. Please just share our details with them and let them just come and find us for themselves and just shout about us into the ether. I want to say a big thank you to Headphones Luke, who bought us a big chunk of coffee last week.
Oh, thank you, Luke.
Love you,
Thank
Luke.
you, Luke.
He's
You're the
been
best.
an absolute stalwart since very early on. In fact, from the beginning.
It's like
from
day
when-
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we love having him here. He's always so
What a
cheerful. He's
champion.
always got something lovely to say,
And always shares our stuff, and it really is so appreciated.
Just a good egg.
we appreciate each and every one of you. We love all the commentary. We love the fact that you engage and you share and you kind of big each other up as well as what we do. And
Slightly it's intimidating because of the fact that most of the chat is more hilarious than anything any of us can do. That's okay.
That
I'm
is
good
true.
with that.
Yeah, we love you all. We love doing this. We will be back. So, quick announcement. Next week is our last full game this month, just because people are off doing things over the next 2 weeks. However, the following week, I will be doing a special solo stream with all of you. Anybody who can make it to that event, including the people in this room at the moment, if you want to join us, I will be running a NPC building episode whereby we are going to come up with the crew that this lot hire.
Spectacular.
Oh.
I just thought, how can I do? I want to make use of the time, and I want to do something fun and silly. So come along, choose violence if you wish. It's great, and we can come up with some really weird and wonderful. I'm expecting at least one Bunbarian just to kind of put everyone on edge.
Yeah.
But I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. So I will be here in 2 weeks' time. Next week, everybody you see on the screen will be back. We will find out more about Kaja and what she's doing in this part of the world. And our friends might get some answers. Who knows?
I think I have a crush on Kaja already.
Stop.
Eugene gets a crush. Not Eugene. Rock gets a crush every episode.
How very dare you? I'm very selective.
How big are Kaja's arms? Are they
Yeah,
quite-
how big are her?
Yeah, she's pretty strong.
There you go. See.
She's large and in charge,
Rock
chunky,
type.
but
She
funky.
works out.
Larger than charge, chunky but funky.
Yeah.
Amazing. I think on that note, we probably should go. We've been Some Other Heroes. We love you lots. Take care of one another. It's really, really sticky out there at the moment, but you are amazing.
Spicy.
And just lift each other up. Much love.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.